the universe is infinite, which means there's infinite possibilities to everything, which means everything that could ever happen is going to happen. Maybe not here, maybe somewhere else, like you said. If you think about it in that sense, you're really not that special.
1, 2, 3, 4. Welcome back, besties, to another episode of I Am Besties. I'm your host, Vanessa.
And Stephanie, what's up, bitches?
What's up? Missed y'all. You know, we're having a little one-on-one sesh today. We're like, oh my God, we're tired of having other people here.
I know, get the fuck out of here.
I'm just saying. So it's just me and your girl today, and we're gonna get right into it.
How are you today? I've seen you've been getting hungover a lot lately.
Oh my goodness, it's so bad. I'm good. But yeah, I need to stop. I was telling my sister that I stopped smoking weed because I was realizing like some of the negative effects it was having. I was literally getting so much anxiety, which would never happen before. And I felt like my body was like, okay, well, what other vice do we have that we can like squeeze? And I was like, fuck, like I need to stop drinking because I stopped drinking because I would get super hungover.
But do you think
and,
it's
like,
what you're
anxiety,
drinking
my bad.
or how much you're drinking? Because I feel like for me, when I drink sweet stuff, that's when I really feel the hangover, as opposed to if I just drink tequila, I'm low-key chilling.
Yeah. No, I think it's because I mixed. I think it's because I've been mixing. But the weird thing is that normally, like when I drink water in between drinks, I'm good. But I didn't. I forgot to.
You just didn't do anything.
Yeah, see, no, that's my thing. You know, once you've been like drinking for a while, you kind of just say fuck it. You know, you're just like fuck it. And I've been getting into like a fuck it mood lately a lot.
Dude, I feel like I can't get back into drinking even if I wanted to. But I do low-key feel like that with weed a little bit. Like I'm like, oh, am I smoking too much? Or if I'm just... Because I feel like I earn it. Like, I'll do my house chores, and then I'll be like, un toquecito, you know what I mean? Like, I earned it. I just cleaned the whole house. And then I'll get high, and then I'll be like, it's going away. Let me do something productive. I feel like that's why I don't mind that I do it, because I'll be like, okay, let me do something productive so I can earn it again. But it's expensive.
It really is.
The other day, I spent like $500.
You're insane.
But it's lasted me a super long time.
Yeah.
So it's okay, right?
I mean, it's like wholesale vibes, you know?
No, exactly. Like, exactly. Actually, remember when we went to LA and we kept trying to find a lighter, but we kept going into
wholesale stores? They were so fucked up. Like, no les costaba nada.
No, really. Caesar was like getting off in every fucking store.
Literally.
With $1.
Busting a whole fucking mission. No, I'm damn. I miss being able to smoke because honestly, like, just every time I think about smoking now, I'm scared because I just get a lot of anxiety.
Do you think it's in your head, though, that you think if you were like, okay, you know what? I'm going to have a bomb-ass high right now when I smoke. And, like, if you really mentally prepare yourself, you don't think you could be, like, have a good time?
I don't know. I haven't tried it.
Let's try it right now.
Fuck. Start spazzing out on camera.
Can you imagine?
Not ready for that.
Oh, your mouth is foaming.
Fuck. Dude, and I saw you tried Indian food.
We tried Indian food yesterday with Kali Tarka.
How did that happen, Saul? Like, it was just like...
Cool, this is my first time. What's up, guys?
Saul on the mic.
I'm on the mic. I'm on the producer's chair today. It was cool. He's been following us for a minute, and he's always been wanting to do a video, but I never knew what video to do. Of course, it was going to be trying Indian food, but I just never knew how to run it and how to do it or when to do it. And then I was like, I feel like I'm just like procrastinating because like I want things. I was like, bro, I'm just procrastinating. Let's just do it. I'm just going to fucking do it.
You're overthinking it.
Yeah, I'm overthinking it, and I just did it. And then literally the video, because originally it was just going to be me trying it.
Oh, yeah.
And then I thought of this, like, I was literally taking a shower and I was like, ooh, new show idea. A new show idea called Tries, where we try a bunch of shit, like from food to like experiences. So like if you've never gone skydiving, Tries skydiving. Yeah. So that's the goal for the summer, to go skydiving.
Yeah, but it was bomb, but that shit fucked up my stomach, like bad.
Did it have dairy in it?
No, I think it's just because I'm like not used to eating the condiments that they use.
The spices?
Yeah. But it was delicious. But after that, I was like, oh fuck, like my stomach got like really inflammable, but I think it's just the spices too, like
Yeah.
because a bitch can't eat spice, you know what I mean? So I was fucked, but it was worth it.
It was
I'm not gonna
spicy?
lie. It wasn't spicy, but obviously like the condiments they use, they said their base, like they mix their own spices and they create like their own fucking. Excuse me, sir.
Sorry.
We're in the middle of a show,
Excuse me.
and I was
Quiet
all
on
bloated.
set,
I look
please.
pregnant and shit.
Dude, the video you posted was so funny when you were like, tengo what is it?
Colitis?
Colitis. I was like, damn.
Dude, tell me I didn't look pregnant.
Low-key you did.
I know. Oh my god.
But I mean, I knew why though.
that shit fucks with my like. It gives me body dysmorphia.
Because
I know I don't look like that,
Yeah.
but obviously I look like that in the moment, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, I'm just not trying hard enough.
imagine you are pregnant.
Okay, I know that for a fact. It's a no.
Fact.
It's a no. Dude, my mom keeps lecturing me about that.
Like she wants you to get pregnant.
I don't think she wants me to get pregnant. I just think she wants me to say that I want kids. And I'm like, what does it matter if I
Yeah.
do or don't? And I'm tired. That's honestly, I think the thing I hate the most about being married. Like, people just don't shut the fuck up.
About what
about
you should do.
Yeah. Or like, oh, it's going to hurt so much when you're 30. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to know the difference. 'cause
Exactly.
It's going to be when I'm 30 anyway.
It's gonna hurt either way.
Really. Like, this pussy going to be popping.
Yeah.
Like, either way.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's just really annoying and irritating because I'm like, what the fuck do you care if I'm getting cream pie?
literally. What's it called?
Isn't that awkward? Like when you have like a baby shower, like everyone knows you got cream pie.
Or like when people are like, I'm trying for a baby.
Why'd you make me think about that?
Like everyone in your family knows.
At my gender reveal.
I wouldn't say that. If I was going to try and have a baby, I would just fucking do it without telling anyone like, oh, we're trying. We tried last night. Like, what? What are you talking about? That's
Dude,
so inappropriate.
Dude, every time someone tells me that they tried, I imagine the girl afterwards with like her legs in the air, like for a while.
Oh, like so it really
So it really
seeps
just
in.
goes in there.
Ew,
Yeah.
I hate that feeling.
Wait.
Not that I've done my legs in the air, but I hate the feeling of it
When you
like,
feel it?
coming out.
Oh yeah, when you're sitting on the
nasty.
toilet.
Yes.
And it's coming out.
I feel like I'm having like a little. Never mind.
Emma, cover your ears.
I know this is a child.
my
around.
little,
I'm on,
my
never
little sister's
mind.
behind the camera. Shout out to Emma.
Hey Emma.
Love you.
She was making me nervous. Do you?
She's not judging you. She's a Taurus, by the way.
Yes, but it's Taurus men that I hate.
Yeah. Oh. You're like, I'm not a man.
Are you? I don't really know much about Taurus women.
She's sweet.
Yeah, are they sweet?
She got a little attitude on her sometimes, but
Don't we all?
and she got a little mouth on her too.
Who do you think is your most like difficult sister, or is it you?
It's not you. I think it's Emily, low key. She's a Capricorn,
Mm.
but not like difficult all the time. It's just I never know when she'll get irritated by my jokes. Yeah.
When it's like
Yeah.
that wasn't like fucking funny.
Yeah, like sometimes like I'll say a joke and she'll like laugh and stuff, but then sometimes I'll crack a joke and she'll like catch an attitude like quickly, and it's just hard. It's hard to deal with that.
And who's
I'm
your
like,
nicest sister?
I think Stephanie, my older sister.
Yeah?
My older sister. Emma is like my fuck around sister. Emma's like the one that her and I will like crack jokes, like be cracking up over everything.
Yeah.
Like we could be goofy together. Like yeah.
Okay,
My older sister's like the sweet one. You know, Emily's more of like we're like, what should we wear? What are we gonna wear? Like, you know, getting ready, like vibes. And again, she be like catching a little attitude sometimes, but she's cool.
What's your son's sign?
Ezra? He's a Libra.
He's a Libra. And do you feel like now that he's getting into more, I guess, toddler age, do you see him, like, do the characteristics fit?
I don't know enough, to be honest, about
Yeah,
Libras.
I don't know him like that.
I'm trying to. No, I'm just like-
I know, because I do wonder, like, when, you know, because astrology or whatever, like, when do you start, I guess,
noticing the...
not even noticing, just kind of growing into those features? Because, like...
Maybe if I knew more, I'd probably notice them, but I don't know.
Oh,
I should. I don't know why I haven't.
What's
I
his dad?
don't think I'm a Pisces.
Oh, okay.
I'm not into... Well, I feel like I only ever read astrology signs, like characteristics. Like if something comes up and like
Like if you need it?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, let me like look it up real quick.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's not like, oh my God, I want to learn. Let me like know everything. It's just more of like the people in my life. I'm just like, oh, let me see if this.
So your son, you gotta start looking at Libras.
Know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know why I haven't actually. It hasn't crossed my mind.
Let's look it up right now. Let's see
what you got a producer.
Producer. Let's see what Vanessa's son's gonna be like when he grows up.
Oh my God, I'm scared. Tell me what I need to avoid.
Did you and Hugo ever do the face morph to see what your kid was gonna look like?
No.
I always thought those were fucking hilarious.
No. Have you and Alex done one?
Fuck no.
8 things to know about your Libra child. Ready?
Okay.
Tell us if it fits.
Okay.
Libras can be indecisive.
That it?
They're the life of the party. Libras are pacekeepers. Oh no, I'm sorry, peacekeepers.
Slow down. Slow down. You're going too fast.
No running in the hall.
They have music in their soul. They're generous to a fault. Time management is an issue. They crave companionship. They're great conversationalists.
Oh my God.
And that's the 8 things. There's paragraphs to those, but I don't want to.
Great conversationalist stood out to me. Yes, he loves talking, carry a good conversation. Would you say they want companionship?
They crave companionship.
I see that too. He's very like not needy, but he just loves being with Hugo and I. Like he just likes hanging out all the time. He's definitely one of those kids that struggles with independent play. Like I know kids that can play alone for long periods of times, and my son can't. Like he could, but he'd rather always have me or Hugo playing with him. Yeah. And I mean, and that's what we have shown him like his whole life. You know, we're always playing with him, so I feel like he's used to it too. But man, you said what's one like the fourth? Like I mean, the one before companionship or after?
Before their time management.
Yeah, and that dude. Oh my God, Ezra is like on his own fucking time, like all the time. Like we could be running out the door, and I'd be like, "Put your shoes on, we gotta go," and he'll be like, "I don't know what shoes I want."
Aww.
Like, and then he finally picks some shoes, and he's like, "You put them on for me." Like he's so slow. I'm just always like, "Oh my God, like hurry up!" Like he's on his own time, like all the time. No, yeah, it sounds. Some of them do sound accurate for sure.
I saw this video where this parent was saying that when he gets home, he like turns off his phone and like gives his children like full attention. Yeah. And that shit made me sad, not gonna lie. Because I thought about all the parents that like get home and they're like, shut the fuck up, I'm tired from work. And he was like, all this kid wants, like literally the only thing he wants is your attention. I started crying, I'm not gonna lie.
And it's funny, I saw that video. I know exactly what you're talking about. How kids, up until like a certain age, were their whole world, you know. They depend on us. All they know is us, you know, to entertain them in a sense and just like show them the world. So they're just the most excited to have like our attention like all the time. And yeah, I got sad not because I was thinking about the kids that are experiencing that. I thought about myself. I was
you're
like,
all on your phone and you're like, Ezra, stop! I'm trying to watch this video.
No, I thought about like little me. Aww. You know, like I just thought about like damn, like because obviously I'm. You know, I've been very open about like my healing journey, and it made me think about just the kind of relationship I had with my parents. I was like, damn, like that's accurate, you know. And I noticed like a lot of parents do get annoyed with their kids, like they're just like, I don't know, I guess kids could be annoying, you know, I get it. Yeah. But for the most part too, they don't understand kind of like that concept, you know, like all they know is us. They just want our attention. Yeah, They just love us, like we're their everything, like we're perfect to them. And yeah, so it did make me sad too when I saw it.
But now that I'm an adult too, I think of what my parents did when I was little, and I'm like, damn, like I was fucking annoying. Like I actually was fucking annoying. Like I was a really annoying kid, and I cried forever. I cried before my mom even hit me. Yeah. Like, and that would piss her off more because she'd be like, vas a ver, and I'd be like, no, mami, no me pegues. And so, like, in the middle of the street, dude, and she'd be like, bitch, like, wait till we get home right now, I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm dead. And I'm like, oh, like, that would be so obnoxious. And I was thinking, too, like, my parents, like, I used to think it was really cool that I could go into the kitchen in my parents' restaurant. Yeah. And I always thought it was cool that I could see them cooking and just the process of it. And I would always be jealous when I'd go into restaurants and the waiters would go in the back. And now I think about it and I'm like, damn, I was just there because they didn't have a babysitter. Like, it wasn't that, like, I thought I was.
They wanted to give you, like, an experience.
Yeah, and to me, like, learn. I just completely flipped that experience, I guess, because they used to lock us in the storage room, too, when they would get really busy, and I would just, like, use my, now that it's a memory I unlocked recently.
Oh, wow.
That I don't even know how that happened, and I was like, damn, I used to pretend, like, the storage room to me was, like, I was like, oh, I can make anything. Mm-hmm. Like, I would build shit with all the sodas and stuff.
Dude, kids are so, like, smart in that way. Yeah. That, like you said, you can flip shit. Like, it probably was... I mean, I doubt that was fun. You know, like, being in a fucking storage room.
It was, though.
But that's what I mean, though. Like, you probably didn't feel like it was fun, but your brain helps you in that way. You know, where it's like, this is probably, like, you're anxious, maybe. Or you're probably... I'm not saying this is what happened, but... I know there are scenarios where the brain kind of just helps you in that way where maybe you're going through something. Like, just like even the concept of, like, forgetting memories, you know, like your brain knows that wasn't cool for you and doesn't know how to deal, so it just makes you forget it. You know what I mean? Kind of like that kind of concept is like...
I get what you mean, but I feel like it's just more of like, it's crazy how children can... Because I didn't think about... Like, I remember the moments that I was there and I didn't think about the fact that I was in a storage room. And I also had no idea that, you know, we didn't have any money. I was just in my brain. I feel like when I was younger, I was a lot better at...
How old are you?
At that time, I was like 7.
Oh, okay. You were... Bitch, what the fuck was I imagining you like 4 years old or something?
No!
I was like, not living this little girl.
4 years old, my mom was... What were we doing? At 4 years old, we lived with my uncles, but the restaurant was down the street.
Oh, okay.
So my mom would just... Yeah, my grandma would take care of us. Yeah, but, you know, like, grandmas aren't going to be with you forever. So when my grandma would go back to Mexico and my mom didn't have a babysitter, she would lock us in the storage room. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, I feel like kids... Now their imagination doesn't run as wild because they have so much access to, you know what I mean? Like, so much stimulation that they don't really need to use their own imagination.
Yeah.
And
sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it.
No, go ahead.
I lost my train of thought. Go for it.
My bad. I need to stop doing that.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, and it's crazy because were we talking about AI? Did we talk about AI last time?
Yeah, when Joe was here. A little bit.
That's kind of like what scares me too about AI developing more. It's gonna kind of take more of like the imagination away, and not just imagination, but also like for you to like entertain yourself, like without a phone, without a TV, without a computer. It's like, what are you gonna do?
But I also feel that's what I was saying earlier about like comedy. Do you think because to create something really good now that's inclusive, that's diverse, and that it's funny or entertaining or whatever, I feel like it's getting more and more difficult. Yeah. Not to bash, you know, all the people that are trying to be, you know, inclusive, but I was watching Ted Lasso and there was a scene, it was the first episode, it's the last season ever. And in the first episode, like, he has a son and he's like, I think like 7 or 8. And he was in England visiting his dad or whatever. And then he's going back and they're like, oh, like, are you excited to go back to America? And then he was like, to my toys, yes. To the political state of my country, no. Like, bitch, no 8-year-old is going to say that to you. Like, that's ridiculous to me. That's a ridiculous line. And it's a ridiculous fucking thing to make a child say because no child is going to say that to you. Yeah. And I feel like that's not fucking funny. And it's just woke now. And I don't really know how to navigate that because now it's not fucking funny to me anymore.
Yeah.
And I don't know. What do you think? Like, you think wokeness is going to kill, like, the entertainment industry in some way?
I don't think wokeness. I think it's just people's inability to, like, if something bothers them, to just be like, okay, I don't agree with that and move on. You know what I mean?
Oh.
It's people's just, like, need to have an opinion about everything that they don't like, and their inability to just
move past it
and like keep it to themselves.
That's true.
Because like, dude, like, not everyone's gonna agree with you. You're not everyone's gonna feel the same, think the same, believe the same. So it's like if everyone's views are so different, you should know by now that not everything you see is going to be what you believe or what you like. Yeah. And everything you hear is going to be that way. But because we all need to have an opinion and post it and bash and create drama and like feel like heavy towards all these things, I feel like that's what's going to kill that. Because, I mean...
That's true. Because sometimes I do be seeing that and I'm like, this is fucking stupid.
Do you actually comment?
I don't comment, but I do think it. Or sometimes I'll type it out and I'm like, the fuck does anybody care? So then I'll delete it. But I do have that immediate urge to let them know that I thought that was
stupid.
Dumb. Yeah.
And you held back. And, you know, if everybody could hold back and just be like, okay, I didn't like this, I'm just not going to watch anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody would be able to create whatever content they wanted. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Because if anything gets canceled or shut down or whatever, it's because they got like huge backlash. But for a lot of things, I feel like it's well deserved. But then there's a lot of things where I'm like, well, that's just not your cup of tea, you know. Just
I do think cancel culture is starting to die down a little bit, though.
Same.
Because I feel like the whole Chris Brown thing, when everyone's like attacking him again, I feel like because he's just like, dude, I don't give a fuck what you say, and he just moves on. Like, nobody really cares. Like,
did you hear about like that whole Mikayla situation with the mascara?
Oh my God.
She was an icon for that.
Did she even respond to that?
Never. And that's what I loved. Okay, so
but okay, hold on though. Did you hear her fake accent or her like real accent? Okay, go explain it and then I'll let you look for it.
No, so basically, if you guys don't know, this girl Mikayla, she's an influencer. She's one of the biggest makeup influencers right now. And she reviewed a L'Oreal. A L'Oreal mascara. But in the video, you can clearly see that she's wearing, like, she starts by applicating it, and then at the end of the video, you can clearly see that she added falsies to the end of her eyes, and she's making it seem like the mascara gave it to her, but no, like, girl, like, you had falsies on. And she was getting so much hate, like, a lot of heat, like, the comments, the videos, the stitches, like, TikTok, it went to Twitter, it went to Instagram, like everybody was like bashing this poor girl over this video. There were a lot of people supporting, saying the girl, she's just getting her bag, like who fucking cares, just try it if you want to. You know, exactly, like if you were in her position, bitch, if you're getting a bag, you would do it too. A lot of people that might say like, no, I wouldn't, like, you're lying. You
and it's people that can almost promise you like filter their pics literally, and like want to talk shit about
literally, like, exactly. And people were waiting for her response, and she took like 3 days off TikTok, but she came back and she was just started like her regular programming. Like, she just kept posting TikToks and she never spoke about it. And it's so funny because it went from getting all this hate, and when she came back and completely just disregarded, like didn't give a shit to explain, to make an apology, because honestly she doesn't owe anything to anyone,
right?
And she acted accordingly, and she got back and everybody was praising her. Everybody was praising her. Like, it switched up. Dude, everybody was like in love with her now.
You know what I think too? When like someone you're a fan of is getting canceled, you kind of just shut the fuck up. Yeah. And then you like, same thing, like, wait, I feel like her fans probably did that too. Like, you know what? She did wear falsies, but I don't have time to argue this. Yeah. And then they just waited for her to come back, and then they're like, yes, bitch. Yeah. Okay, but I found this video of her with a fake accent. I don't know which one's her real accent, because they say her accent is fake. And this is like a video where she's
buildings such as the PwC Center for Diversity and Inclusion, and there's so much you can do.
But you know how she has supposedly like a thick, what is it, New Jersey accent?
Yeah.
And they're look forward to seeing you all soon.
So they're.
It's OL Mikayla here, and I am standing in the Fisher Student Center, one of the best buildings on campus. I actually work here at the Information Center, so I'm sure you'll be seeing me around. But this is one of my favorite buildings. You can come here.
No way.
So people are like, oh, bitch, you're just fake all around. But I don't know if this is just like her customer service voice.
What's her sign?
Real... I don't know.
I have to know, because I might have an idea. I want to see if I'm right. That's crazy. Fake all around.
That's what I'm
saying. What is the need to fake an accent? Why? It just gave her like an extra...
Like an edge?
Like an edge. I personally did think it gave her an edge, because
I liked it.
I liked her accent.
But now that I'm hearing her talk like that,
she's a Gemini.
I knew it. I was thinking Gemini. Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is it her customer service voice or is it not?
Dude, I think honestly, like, honestly, back to like what I was saying earlier, like, yeah, you might could be like, damn, that's weird, you know, like,
but it works for her.
Exactly. Like, bitch, I'd rather hear her with her accent than that her regular voice.
That's a basic bitch.
I'm not exactly. Yeah. And the accent really gives her an edge, and I feel like it's soothing when I watch her videos and she's talking with her New Jersey accent, whatever the fuck it is. I'm like, damn, I could listen to you talk.
Yeah, and I think what it is too that I feel like we're not that used.
We love you.
We're not that used to hearing other people's accents, because even in movies, like, it's more of like a I guess Californian accent almost. You know what I mean? Like, it's not necessarily. They never use other accents. Like, if they're filming a fucking movie in Montana or Minnesota. Like they're not gonna. I haven't heard any variety of American accents in on screen, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Except like Boston. Shout out Chris Evans. He's fucking sexy. You know what I mean? Like everyone tries to kind of get away from their natural, I guess, speaking voice in movies. Because if you watch a movie, like name one movie right now where they don't use like a generic, I guess, American accent.
Where they don't? Oh, I don't know.
You see what I mean? Like they all fucking sound the same, unless it literally says like based in Boston or based in New York, and then barely
Jersey Shore.
Dude, we should do a IE Shore.
Dude, that'd be so funny. Like
We're in the middle of the desert.
Not get an actual house like where we have to live, but like just come out with some couple episodes of us acting ratchet.
No, that'd be fun.
That would be fucking funny.
I've actually thought about doing like those games where like everyone lives in a house and then everyone's got to do a game and then you have to eliminate people. So like we do contests and then whoever's the last, like the last one at the house. Like what's that show, Big Brother or something like that?
Oh, is that what it was about? I didn't know what the
so.
fuck Big Brother was about. I just knew they would watch them.
Yeah,
They were on camera. Like
I think it's like they all play like games. And then everyone's got to vote who to eliminate.
So like Survivor.
Survivor probably, yeah. Maybe that's the show. But I want to do something like that.
We should, like a whole weekend.
Yeah.
Dude, that'd be so fun.
Yeah. I just need someone to like do the games because I'm not creative. I don't know how to do cool, fun games for people. But it'll be cool. Imagine having a budget for that.
Yeah, I feel like Alex could figure that out too.
And then we just get like a budget. So like, oh, you got to like some Fear Factor type shit. Get spiders on your face.
Oh, hell no.
That'd be wild.
As long as they're not poisonous.
I don't think I would I feel like I would fail that. I don't want any fucking insect on me ever.
Winner gets like $10,000.
The what?
Winner gets $10,000.
10,000. Where are we gonna get $10,000 from?
I don't know.
Sponsor.
A sponsor, Manscaped.
Dude, eating it? No, dude, I hate that crunch. That's why I won't kill cockroaches.
Oh,
because the crunch of stepping on them is
cringy.
Disgusting to me.
Yeah,
like
it is gross.
I used to set them bitches on fire.
You run.
Because I think cockroaches don't die unless you set them on fire.
Even if you step on them?
Yeah, because they can last like a long time without their head.
Yeah, they're going to be the insect that's around after like the nuke.
Like the nuke war and all that.
They're apocalyptic. Like they're built for the apocalypse.
That's why Wally has a cockroach as pet.
Yeah.
Well,
I knew that they could survive a nuke, but not without their head. Like, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
they can survive a while without their head. Let me see.
That's disgusting.
Oh, producer, I'm sorry. I'm not used to having you here.
How do you spell cockroach?
Cock?
That's not how you spell cockroach.
That's how you spell cockroach.
It is.
Cockroach.
Oh, okay. Do cockroaches, can they live without their head?
Yeah. How long can they live without their head?
How long? Oops, hold on 1 second. What?
I know. Why would we say cockroach?
Cockroach.
Right?
Cockroach.
I mean, would you want to live without your sense of taste?
Cockroaches are infamous for their tendency and often cited as the most likely survivors of a nuclear war. Some even claim that they can live without their heads. It turns out that these armchair exterminators are the professional brethren. All right. Headless roaches are capable of living for weeks.
That's disgusting, huh?
How? Like, it just walking around with no head?
Ew, I actually just saw, I'll answer your taste thing right now, but I don't know if I saw it on another podcast or on TikTok or where the fuck I saw it, but it was this, I guess, I don't know how long ago it was, but the scientist was gonna get, I believe it was a scientist. I don't know who the fuck it was, but somebody was gonna die from like a guillotine. That's what it's called, the thing that drops and chops your head off, right? Yeah. And he told someone like, because he wanted to see how long your brain was still active after getting your head chopped off. Mm-hmm. So he was like, oh, when they do it, pick up my head and I'm going to blink like, I don't know how many times. So they can see how long your brain is still functioning like without its body. I think it was like 15 times or something like that.
Yeah, I saw it like, I remember.
Right? That's insane.
Like, so how long then?
I was like a couple seconds. But I mean, imagine getting your fucking head chopped off and you for a couple seconds are aware that your
you're still conscious.
Head is detached from your body.
You said he was blinking, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's so scary. Yeah. Also, if you don't have sense of taste, you also don't have a sense of smell. They're connected.
Uh-huh.
It's like chickens. You can cut a chicken's head off and they still run around.
Oh, I hate that.
Yeah. That's insane.
You know what's insane too? I used to go and see people. Well, I don't know. I don't know if you guys went to Mexico when you were younger, but I would. My mom would send me for a pollo, and they would like desplumarlos right there in front of you, and they would like slit. You never got to see that?
No, thank God.
Yeah, that shit's traumatizing.
I did see a lamb being hung by his feet, throat slit, and
did
it
they
was
shoot
bleeding
him?
out. No, it was bleeding out.
You know, supposedly, I don't know if it's lambs or goats, but they don't. When you're killing them, they don't make noise. They just shed a tear.
Yeah, this one wasn't making
One
any noise.
single
I
tear?
remember.
Yeah, they just shed a tear. So sad.
Dude, that's traumatizing. My little brother today was like, I want to go hunting. And I was like, why? Before we continue, we're going to take a quick break to shout out our sponsors at Manscaped. Spring has sprung, and our friends at Manscaped have the best tools for some spring cleaning. They've already helped men everywhere tidy up all the nooks and crannies of their body's basement. But this year, Manscaped can help them get perfect presentation on that beautiful face with the new Beard Hedger Pro Kit. Make sure all the men in your life look their best this spring by using the code BESTIES to get 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com.
I know I don't have a beard, but I do have a crotch. And honestly, it puts in work. I fucking love it. So, ladies, spring is here. We may have let some unkept scrump from the winter, but the sun is starting to shine, and it's time for men to put some effort into looking nice. The Beard Hedger Pro Kit makes their scruff look award-winning, whether they go full beard or some smooth, sleek cheeks. The kit starts off with the Beard Hedger, a waterproof cordless trimmer with a rotary wheel that has 20 hair cutting lengths, all with one guard, so no more messy drawers full of add-ons cluttering up the bathroom. Yeah, you heard that. No more messy drawers full of beard attachments.
It also comes with titanium-coated T-blanes that are tough on hair but smooth on faces, leading to single-stroke efficiency that brings satisfaction one stroke at a time. Next, the kit has the liquid goods to make them feel good, starting with the beard shampoo and conditioner. People can't treat your beard like they treat their pubes. That's why the kit has a special shampoo and conditioner specially designed to moisturize, reduce ingrown hairs, and replenish a beard's natural oils and promote beard health. The Pro Kit also has Manscaped's beard oil. The nutrient-infused oil relieves dryness both on the beard and the skin beneath, while still adding a little shimmer and shine to liven up the look. Cap it off with the Beard Balm, a pomade that shapes, styles, and moisturizes, bringing the amazing scent of fresh eucalyptus, rosemary, and lavender essential oils.
Not to mention, the Beard Hedger Pro Beard Kit also comes with 3 free gifts: a beard brush, comb, and scissors to ensure your beard is ready to impress. Save 20% off plus free shipping with the code BESTIES at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with code BESTIES at manscaped.com. Help the men in your life achieve the cleanest beard look in the game.
And now we return to your regular scheduled programming. Dude, that's traumatizing. My little brother today was like, I want to go hunting. And I was like, why?
Oh my God. No, I don't. No, I think I would be able to hunt, but not like big animals. Just like maybe like a little squirrel or something. Like
that's what I told. That's the example.
Like little
I told
rodents,
him.
you know, like gophers.
Why the fuck would you hunt those?
Not to eat them, just for funsies. Just because when I went to Arizona with my uncle in the summer when I was young, he would let us shoot his guns and would shoot like gophers and stuff around the ranch, and it was fun. Like, I mean,
that's what I told him. I'm like, what if you came in my room and I was just like skinning a squirrel, and I'm just like, wouldn't that be fucking weird? Isn't that psychotic behavior?
I would literally be like, I don't want to do this.
So what's the difference of going out in the wilderness and killing a bitch?
Because I'm not skinning it. I'm not touching it. I'm not going to get near it. I'm just going to...
You're just going to leave it to die?
We're just going to compete for points. One goal for 3 points. Whoever's done with the most points wins a beer or something.
You would do it? You would shoot it too? Or you would just watch them?
No, yeah, I would shoot too. And it's fun because like they run around. So like, damn, you know, so when you get it...
The Hunger Games.
Literally. Literally it was a vibe.
Aww.
Did you see that video on TikTok though of how... squirrels like will like come to you if you go like this with your hand, like in a wave motion towards like a squirrel. They will literally come to you.
Why?
I don't know the science behind it, but I saw videos of people doing it, and bro, the squirrels will immediately like just go to you. I'm gonna
You're all
try it.
hypnitizing
Dude,
them.
I'm gonna try it because we on my we start like
You
our
bring out
body,
a flu?
rolling our body. We're like, if this makes it come to me, what does this make it do?
Oh my
I'm
god!
dead.
You know what that reminded me? That filter of the little bears where they're dancing.
Oh yeah.
on TikTok.
Dude, no, but I actually see squirrels on my walk on my block all the time. So I'm gonna
Aw.
try it. I'll film it. See what happens.
Do you know they're rabid, right? Like they carry rabies.
Fuck.
Don't get near squirrels. They carry like rabies. The only
didn't know that.
rodent, I don't even know if possum's a rodent, but possums don't carry rabies.
Possums.
Yeah, the bitches are ugly though.
They are ugly.
But they're misunderstood because they're very good for our environment.
Possums.
They eat pests.
Oh, they're a little ugly, funky looking.
Yeah, they don't have rabies.
Who?
Squirrels.
Possums.
Oh yeah.
I got that.
Squirrels do.
I thought.
Yeah, squirrels are nasty. They're pretty much rats.
Like, have you seen that movie, like Over the Hedge?
Yes.
The squirrel when he's.
I fucking love Over the
I
Hedge.
didn't love that movie too. The squirrel's funny.
I used to think about that too, but then I thought about it, and I don't even fucking live near a forest. But I'd be like, oh my god, is there animals like? Because when I was younger, I was dumb, so I always assumed that what was happening in movies, like I would.
Girl,
hide.
no, I used to think SpongeBob was real. I think everybody has like that phase where they don't know, where they can't tell like difference between like TV and like reality,
right.
you know?
And it's cool.
It is cool. It is. I
A
like
little
that.
girl convinced me she could talk to animals, and everybody made fun of her. For some reason, my family was bullying her, and we were at a ranch, and she was around animals all the time, and she straight up convinced me that she could talk to animals, and I just believed her.
Maybe she could.
I have no
People
doubt.
have gifts.
Yeah, I have no doubt. But my cousins all made fun of me, and she like locked herself in a little shed, and my cousins for some reason were like banging on it, and they like knocked that shit down, and she was in there crying, and I was like, guys, she can talk to animals. Maybe we shouldn't treat her this way.
She gets all the animals to attack.
Dude, that's sad.
I know, little bitches, but
Why'd you remind me of bullying? Dude, now I'm having flashbacks of when I used to be mean to kids.
You were
when I
a
was
bully?
young. Not like to a lot of people, but there's this one person that comes to mind.
How old were you?
That I was mean to. That we were all mean to, actually.
But how old were you?
Like 7, 8.
Damn.
Yeah. I feel bad.
Why were you? What? Do you want to make an apology?
I actually have apologized to her to her face.
Oh, it was a girl?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I used to bully boys, but not girls. But what would you do to her?
We would just like cuss at her. We pushed her off her bike once. Like, we were mean as fuck to her. Like, just we would always make her feel like unwelcome.
Who's we?
My cousins, my older sister.
The nice one?
Yeah. No, dude, literally, like, no, we were really mean to this girl, and like I feel like this happens to every family. Like right now, you just said you guys were mean to like one person.
They were.
Okay, but you know, it's something I've noticed that happens. There's normally like the weak link that gets picked on, whoever that is in each family. I noticed that people like cousins will take it out on like a person they just get annoyed of, you know, kind of like take out like their shit on them.
Dude, but this was a random girl at a random party in a random ranch. No, she was just some little white bitch. Like literally some white girl that lived on the ranch with whoever the fucking party was there.
Yeah, well, but maybe it doesn't have to be family.
So it was
but
your cousin?
No, we were not related actually. But because she grew up with us, like she was practically like family. But she wasn't. And then I would feel bad because like she would call my grandma and like and I would be like, she's not your fucking grandma, don't call her that. Like I was so mean to her.
Do you think she talks about you in therapy?
I wouldn't doubt it. Aww. But not like, I don't think I did anything like super traumatic to her. But like I did, well, I don't know what. Maybe it was fucked up. I mean, I feel like I was mean to her not because I was a mean person. I think I was just more of a follower. And because the people around me were being mean to her, I just like egged it on.
Yeah. That makes sense. What would you do if now that, you know, like we have a platform and stuff, someone came out and was like, Vanessa used to bully me and like this and this time.
Would you
apologize?
I would be accountable. Yeah, I would. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because that girl, I did apologize to her because like I said, she grew up with us. Like to this day, she'll come around to like our family parties and stuff. And it was something that I would always like look at her and I would be very ashamed of it. Like very ashamed because it was fucked up. She did she did not deserve that. And she would always let me play with her brats too. Like I feel bad.
Yeah, she probably wanted you to love her.
Yeah, exactly. Like we would be so mean to her, but she was one of those girls that like immediately would forgive. Like if we could be so mean to her one day and the next day we'd be like, you want to be friends? And she'd be like, yeah, like. Aww. And I feel like that's what like hurts me the most about like being a bitch, because like she wouldn't even be a bitch back. And I was
she's
like,
all you're
fuck.
right. She's like we picked the weakest link.
Literally no, but but I actually apologized to her years ago, maybe when I was like in high school or like, no, not high school actually, no, maybe like college. I apologize to her.
I was still a bitch to her in high school.
I don't think in high school I wasn't a bitch to her. I just would ignore her. Like I just wouldn't talk to her. But I think it had more to do with the shame. I didn't know how to deal with shame back then, and I knew that when we were younger, I was super fucking mean to her. So my way of just dealing was just like I think like, she didn't exist.
Like, ignoring
the
problem.
She's not real. She's my imaginary friend.
I feel like I do think about that a lot, though. I'm like, man, what if I was a bitch to somebody in high school and I don't remember because it was nothing to me?
You? Yeah.
But like this person's still like pondering over that.
I have a couple of scenarios of like that.
You like that?
That I think about that I'm like.
That they did to you or you did to somebody else?
No, that I did to someone.
I know, because sometimes I think back to people I was a bitch to in high school, and I'm like, I kind of feel like they deserved it, but also I could be wrong.
No, I feel like I was mean to people that didn't deserve it.
In high school?
No, but I think I stopped when I was like 8th grade. I feel like I like those little tendencies that I had of like kind of like lashing out stopped in middle school.
So do you think if... I don't know how I'm trying to word that. Never mind. Forget it. I don't know how the fuck I was going to word that. My brain's not functioning correctly today. You're fine. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I probably cry. I deal with guilt terribly. Like, I feel it intensely. Mm-hmm. So if someone was like, you were a bitch to me in high school, I would probably like be like, do you want like me to rub your feet? Like, I'm so sorry. I love you. Please forgive me. Because I wouldn't know what to do. I'd feel... And I would go home and think about it. And be like, fuck. And I'd try to go back to every moment in which... I interacted with them, but to be honest, I don't really remember anybody from high school that well, so
that's good.
They're probably not that important. If I did, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of one bitch. And I
apologize to her right now.
I'm sorry if I was mean to you. I really am. But
if you were that mean, she's probably not gonna watch this, so
I don't know. I kind of be keeping up with people I hate. I'm not even gonna lie.
No way. Why do you think?
Just see what they're doing. I think I'm just nosy in general, and I do like to know what people are doing because I'm a hater.
Yeah. To keep hating?
Yeah.
You're like...
I gotta get my...
Praying on their downfall? Like, I hope...
I'm not praying on their downfall, but when they do good, I'm like, whatever, you're a bitch. Maybe I'm still a bully.
You're like, if only everybody knew how a bitch you were.
Dude, I actually do think that constantly, but not about like people I hate, just about people that are fucking bitches.
You know, I actually saw this video the other day that talked about like, there are people in the world, sadly, who are like so shitty and they're still gonna have a good life.
Yeah.
Like, they're still gonna be good. Like,
and I feel like we reserve the right to talk shit about them.
Yeah. Like, if they're gonna live a good life, the least we can do is talk shit.
Exactly. But does that make us bad people if we talk shit, even though we know they're bad people? Because where's the line drawn?
I think it cancels out, like, PEMDAS.
Yeah. But where's the line drawn? Like, am I a bitch because I talk shit about this person?
I mean, as long as you just keep it to yourself. Say it to
I'm not gonna.
You're like,
I'm gonna say
you're like the group chat knows.
Yeah, no.
Like
I'm gonna tell everyone I know, like, this person's being a bitch. But then I'm like, but I feel bad. But then I don't.
Yeah.
And it's an ongoing cycle.
I honestly feel like I do believe there are people out there that don't talk shit. You know, that it's in them to like not. You know what I mean? But then I feel like me either. But then I feel like there are people who are good people like me and you that occasionally we might have a moment where we talk shit, and I feel like that's valid.
You know why it's okay that we talk shit? Because we don't spread gossip.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where the line is drawn. If you're like spreading false gossip about someone, if I'm just speaking on something that you did,
for real,
I'm just, telling a story at this point, and I'm adding a little pizzazz to it.
That part.
And giving my opinion. That's not talking shit.
No, just playing. No, for real. I agree. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't talk shit, because I do. So that's valid. I agree with everything you said.
Thank
I
you.
am trying though not to talk too much shit because I feel like my issue with shit talking is that I grew up with a mother who talked hella shit. I feel like any Hispanic mother, I feel like they just like all love to talk shit. Like, you know,
Yeah.
so it's like I feel like it's embedded in our DNA to talk shit. So in a sense, like blame our mothers, blame our ancestors for us talking shit. But you know what? Like I said, I feel like my mom really hurt me a lot growing up with her shit talking. So I feel like the only reason why I try not to is because like I think I imagine myself being like my mom, and like that's like one of the last. I mean, my mom has good qualities to her that
But
I
you know
like.
that it brings a lot of pain.
Yeah. So it's like I feel like when I catch myself talking shit, like I always have like a thought that it's like you're trying to be better than this, you know, like you.
And that's
And I'm
growth.
like,
That's important too.
Like, but then I also like don't beat myself up anymore though. Like if it slips out, like if it happens, if I have like a moment where like I feel really passionately like about something, I used to beat myself up, but now I'm like, no, like I'm gonna allow myself to feel this shit and I'm gonna get it out. And tomorrow I'm gonna try to be better. But bitch, it's coming out.
I also think the majority of people talk shit. Like if you don't,
Exactly.
you're the rare bird.
That's what I'm
dude.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Like for the most part, everyone talks shit. You know, everyone has their little moments here and there, and that doesn't make you a bad person. You're just having a bad day, maybe, or you just had to let it out. Like who fucking cares?
Exactly. I used when we were picking the name for the restaurant, the mitote. I don't know if you guys know what mitote means, but it pretty much just means like
Gossip.
Gossip. Yeah. And we ended up like looking up the, I guess, official definition of it, like my dad, and we put the story in the back because it goes back like to the beginning of fucking time. It's just like mitote is just people in, literally it's what it is, like people just in a gathering having conversations, like that's what it is at the base of it, but it obviously just has like a negative connotation to it now. But and that's why we picked the name, because we were like, oh, we want a restaurant where people are gonna go and like
gossip and
echar el mitote and like chismear and stuff.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. That's a cute little story behind
I know, and it was cute, and I had it on the menus like all the way in the back, like this is why it's called this.
Yeah.
And the white people would be like, what's el mitote?
Yeah.
Or no, I would call it mitote. And I would be like, that's not what it is.
I mean, low-key, that sounds kind of bomb too, though.
Mitote?
Mitote.
Let's go to the mitote.
Like my toe.
My toe?
I gotta bring my tote bag.
Ooh.
Oh.
I do not fuck with tote bags.
No.
I'm just like, why am I carrying this shit? I want a cute bag. Like, what do I put in my tote bag?
It gives me like Sunday farmers market vibes, you know, picnic vibes.
That's cute.
You know, like I feel like there's a time and a place for them.
I think I'm just not a Sunday morning kind of girl.
Yeah.
I feel like it gives me farmers market vibes.
Yeah.
And I've never woken up early enough to go to a farmers market.
I know one that's going on to like 3 p.m. You don't have to wake up early necessarily.
I know, but then all the good stuff is gone. Like when I go to sometimes I run into the Rancho Cucamonga, the Victoria Gardens one, and I'm like, the fuck, there's nothing here. And they're like, it's starting to end. And I'm like, oh, fuck you.
I'm dead. I mean, I'm living. I'm trying to. I'm sorry.
You're trying to change your vocabulary?
I want to stop saying I'm dead.
Why?
Because I've just been hearing a lot about how like words are very powerful, you know, and not on some like, oh my god, like, well, no, on some fucking like spiritual shit. Like, I've just seen how much words have had an effect in my life, and I feel like lately it's been proven to me a lot that words do matter. And it's like I feel like when I say like I'm dead, I just think about like how I'm literally like, in a sense, like calling death upon myself, if that makes sense. And it's a little scary, and I say it a lot. And somebody said like, instead of saying I'm dead, you could say like, oh, I'm living, like,
oh,
you
that's
know?
true.
So it's like, you know, that's cute. So I'm trying to like swap them out. So every
and
time I
just say that, like, oh, I'm living for that.
Yeah. So I'm trying to swap it out because I say it a lot.
I don't think I ever say that.
Yeah, don't ever say it.
But sometimes I don't know if it's just the state of mind that I'm in where I try to do that. Like, I try to be mindful of how I talk to myself. And then I'm just like, shut the fuck up. I don't know why. I get mad. I'm like, dude, shut the fuck. But I think that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's just my state of mind right now where I don't think I'm in a healing place.
Yeah.
So when I try to be like healing, I'm like, shut the fuck up, bitch.
Oh
like, I'll be like, oh, I'm sad. And I'll be like, you know what? I'm not sad.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, shut the fuck up. You are.
Honestly, though, I feel like that's so valid, though, because I feel like healing journeys are fucking hard, dude. They are. Like, it's not, I mean, the benefits are awesome, obviously, but it's hard. Like, anyone that's willing to do it, it'll beat you in the ass sometimes.
Yeah.
And there's really days where you will tell yourself, like, I can't do this shit today, bitch. Like, just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, today's not gonna be a healing day, bitch. Today's gonna be like, I'm not fucking sad day, bitch. I need a tequila bottle today, bitch. Like, I've had those days too.
I know, because
sure.
even like talking about drinking, like I think part of the reason that I stopped drinking too was because I would take it with something negative. Like I every time I was gonna drink, I'd be like, oh, I wouldn't just enjoy the moment. I would literally think in the future and be like, oh, well, think about how you're gonna feel tomorrow. How shit you're gonna feel tomorrow. And I feel like already even just saying that would bring a negative energy to drinking. So then I would just be like, no, you can't drink because look at how you're gonna get, or you're gonna be this way. And all the impromptu times that I start to drink, they're usually the most fun.
Yeah.
Because they were and I don't really think about it too much. So you're right. Maybe words do matter. Fuck. Damn it.
I think they do, but I feel, I don't know. One thing I definitely am telling myself though is that, like, just take it one day at a time. And there are days where I don't. Like, the days that I could, I'll do it. But there are definitely days where I'm like, today's not one of those days.
I just heard a quote that said, if you're always thinking, no, if you're worried about something in the future or in the past, it just means that right now you're okay. And I was like, damn, that's so intense, because like you're never really living in the moment if you really think about it.
For sure.
And like you don't really know how to navigate that emotion of being super present, and it's hard.
It is fucking hard, especially when your brain likes to tell you that it knows what's going to happen. Like, I see it a lot in myself when it comes to worrying about money. Like, in the moment I have money, you know, but then I'll start thinking, like, if I spend it on this and this and that, like, maybe next month I won't, you know. I'll start having like really like thoughts where I feel I'm very stressed about money. So it changes my behavior in the present moment because I'm imagining something in the future. And it's like, well, how do you know you're not gonna have money, bitch? I could win the lottery tomorrow, and I could be set for life, you know. And it's crazy how, like you just said, worrying about the future or the past, you're never in the present. And I feel like that's fucking hard. That's actually one of the hardest things to do, like,
for sure,
to be fucking present. And to be present even like without a phone or like a TV and shit, like that's even harder. I feel like right now I feel like I'm getting better at being present, but I feel like having a phone is beating me in the ass, to be honest.
I've been actually, I agree with that 100% because I want to check it for no reason.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, but let me see what's on Instagram. But I'm like, who fucking cares? Check later.
Dude, that's kind of like the thought actually that I've been telling myself when I want to grab it. I tell myself, for what? What do you want to check? Like
clearly nobody messaged you.
Literally. Like, you're not talking to nobody. Like, do you really care about what so-and-so's posting?
Yeah.
I mean, no.
But I think that when you do, or when, I think that's why podcasts are really popular right now, because people kind of forgot how to have a genuine conversation.
Yeah.
So when you're put in that space, like right now, I honestly, whenever I talk to you, I don't really think about grabbing my phone unless I'm like, oh, let me look this up.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's when I'm like, oh shit. And like right now that we said that, I'm like, oh shit, right now we're living in the moment because we're just having a conversation,
nice conversation.
You know what I mean? And I think that's why podcasts are getting so huge, because people want to have a genuine conversation, but they also want to be heard. So they'll just be like, fuck it. Like, I'm just going to put the camera and I'm going to let it do its thing. And I used to be the kind of person who would feel that you can't have a genuine conversation if there's a camera on you. And I completely disagree with that now, because now I know that eventually it goes away. Like, you don't really notice it. Unless you're like me, want to be in like in an office where I'm like, what? You know what I mean?
Dude, I love Office. No, yeah, I agree with that. And our viewers, one of the comments we get a lot is that they're like answering along as they watch us.
Yeah, I love
which I think
that.
is super sweet, you know, because it goes to show to what you just said, that they just love the conversation. They feel like they're a part of it. And yeah, love you guys.
I know, you guys are the cutest. I do that sometimes though, or like when I'll listen to a podcast, I'll be like, "The fuck, that's a dumb thing to say," and then I feel stupid because I'm alone.
And then you answer, you're like, "Oh yeah," and then you're like, "Oh shit."
Do you ever wish that you could? How do I explain it? Like, you listen to someone have a conversation and you're like, "Fuck, I wish I was there because I know if I would have said this, it would have added so much to that conversation.
All the fucking
That was
time.
me when you were talking about like how I went to the strip club. I had so much to say.
You had nothing to say,
I had a lot to say
pervert.
actually.
I'm dead. I mean,
I was actually
living.
gonna do a cut to me editing and start talking.
That would have been hilarious. You
I was like,
should have.
actually.
That'd be hilarious.
Give your explanation right now.
That. Oh, sorry. No, go ahead.
My explanation.
Yeah. What were your thoughts?
Nothing at all.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do it intentionally. It just so happened it was Women's Day.
Oh my god, you know what? I feel that because on St. Patrick's Day, I wore green shoes and a green fucking flannel. I didn't even know it was St. Patrick's Day. Like, who the fuck keeps up with St. Patrick's Day? I don't. And I went to H&M and I was checking out and the girl was helping me. We were talking, whatever. She was wearing a green top and her manager passes by her and is like, oh, did you wear like green intentionally today for St. Patrick's Day? And she was like, yes. And he was like, you're so fucking lame. And I was like,
Oh my god.
and he said it sarcastically, obviously,
Yeah.
but I was like laughing so hard internally because I wore it unintentionally. Like she intentionally put it on, you know, and he called her lame. And I was like, damn, are people looking at me thinking I'm fucking lame because I'm wearing green? I actually didn't even mean to fucking put green on today.
I like when they do that.
I just thought it was funny. Like, I mean, I wasn't really like, oh my god, but I just thought that was hilarious because I was standing right in front of him when he said that wearing green, and I was like, fuck you.
You should have told them, be like, why? It's cool.
I would have been like,
I feel like St. Patrick's Day used to be a lot bigger.
What does that even mean? What is St. Patrick's Day? What's the meaning of it?
I don't know, some Irish shit.
We're in America.
This is America.
Why are we?
We only celebrate Cinco de Mayo and
Literally
Christmas. These are the only important ones.
All right, so this is what it says. St. Patrick's Day was originally celebrated in Ireland with religious services and feasts in honor of St. Patrick, one of Ireland's patron saints. When Irish immigrants brought St. Patrick's Day tradition to the United States, the day evolved into a secular celebration of Irish culture. So I guess it's just like Irish culture.
So it's literally like Cinco de Mayo. They
That's
don't know shit,
insane because I've never met not one fucking Irish person.
I just made a friend who's Irish and Mexican.
Doesn't count.
What, does he look Irish? Or
Yeah,
does
he looks
Mexican?
Irish. He looks
And
Irish.
he speaks Spanish?
Yeah, he speaks Spanish.
And he speaks like I don't know what language.
He's never been to Ireland. They speak English.
They speak a specific language though.
They just have like a hard like accent.
No. They have a language over there. I don't know what it's called, and they don't.
Irish?
It's very like exclusive.
Ireland language. English and Irish.
Irish, yeah, they speak Irish.
What?
But they only because I would ask them, and they were like,
Irish is a language. I'm so stupid.
That's why I said Irish.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god.
I mean, I didn't know if they called it something different. You know what I mean? Like in Spain,
They call it Gaelic.
Yeah. Like in Spain, how some of them speak Catalan.
Yeah.
So I figured it was a different fucking name. But yeah, they have like a secret language. Because when I've been to Ireland, when I went, I'd be like, can you speak whatever the fuck it's called? And they'd be like, no.
Oh.
They only like speak it to each other. It's like exclusive or something.
No way.
Yeah, I guess they gatekeep it.
Love that for them.
I know. And I love the Irish accent. My favorite Irish bitch is Saoirse Ronan.
I have no idea what
Have you seen The Lovely Bones?
Yeah.
That little girl? That's Saoirse Ronan.
Oh.
She's Irish.
Never seen her in anything else but that.
Really? You have. I promise you have.
Actually, I have. I'm just being a hater. And it's like,
dude, you know her? She came to the U.S. for the first time because she was on a radio contest, and she did like a competition, but in a gingerbread man voice, like the Shrek gingerbread man. And
no
she sounds
way.
so cute. She's one of my favorite actresses in the world.
Speaking about actresses, you see what happened with Amanda Bynes?
No.
She's in the psych ward right now. No.
Yeah, they found her running down, I think, Sunset or Hollywood Boulevard naked, but she waved down a car and telling the car that she's having a
psychotic breakdown.
Yeah, and then so she called 911 herself.
Oh my god,
but it's pretty wild hearing that.
That's crazy. Remember when Lindsey Lohan tried to steal some kid in the Middle East? You don't remember that? She was like cracked out. And, well, I don't know if she was cracked out, but she is like on video where she's like telling a lady like like, let me take your kid. Liddy's like, no, bitch. And she starts going like a little nuts. Let me see. Yeah, I feel like Lindsay Lohan has like breakdowns and everyone just forgets.
That's so sad.
You saw the Amanda Bynes thing?
Yeah. What? Did she just get like hooked on drugs? Like what?
I don't know.
I don't know her story. What's her? Why?
I think it's just like the same like childhood story,
Stardom.
you know, got into drugs and stuff.
Damn.
Oh yeah, and then they deck her in the face.
Lindsay Lohan?
Yeah. I forgot about that.
So what was it? Lindsay Lohan tries to kidnap?
I just put Lindsay Lohan tries to kidnap kid. Women strikes Lindsay Lohan live.
Oh, here it is. Let's try it. You guys want to watch it on the TV?
Yeah, put it.
All right.
Hey everyone,
makes me cringe.
I just want to show you a family that I met that's a Syrian refugee family that I'm really worried about in Paris. I'm going to introduce you to them. Michelle, tell me your story so I can help you. Wanna come tell them? What do you need? What do you need? Do you want to stay in a hotel tonight? Do you want to watch movies? Yeah. It'd be so cool, right? To watch a movie on TV or a computer. Yeah. Let's go.
She's like, get up, bitch.
Let me take them. Let them sleep. Come with me. You and me come. Just come. Just come with me. Not your husband. Just you and your kids. You shouldn't be sleeping on the floor. But you're a good little boy. And this is not fair.
You're talking with an
You
accent.
should not have them on the floor. You should be a hardworking woman. I'm freezing right now. And you should be doing what you do for your children so they have a better life. No.
Is this gonna show her getting dead?
No. I will get you new. I'll get you new. No. Leave it. Dirty. Yeah. It's wet. Leave.
No, party,
Come.
Leaving? Trying to get away from it?
No, we go to... Guys.
no.
No, yes. And خلاص. Guys, you're going the wrong way. My car's here. Come.
Was she on drugs?
What's
Yeah,
happening?
she was like drugged out.
They're trafficking children. Shala. And I won't leave until I take you.
What?
Now I know who you are.
Oh, she started saying that they're trafficking
Don't
the
fuck
kids.
with me.
Oh.
Give me your hand. Give me your hand.
Bitch. Yeah, see, she tried to grab a little kid.
I'm like in shock right now.
Is she kidnapping them?
Is she crying?
And they were trying to run to me, and I'm just like so scared. I literally can't.
What the hell?
That's crazy, huh?
Another white woman victimizing herself.
Dude.
After being the perpetrator.
No, seriously. That's what I'm saying. Like, famous people can do whatever the fuck they want.
If I was a kid, I'd go with her. Just saying, that's just me though.
And do what?
Literally.
Watch movies on the computer? Like, what would you do with her?
Dude,
Watch movies,
oh my god, I
chill.
actually felt so, like, I don't know about you guys, but I actually felt the fear that little kid was
Yeah, I
feeling.
started getting, like, anxious.
Yes.
I hate that, like, whole white savior bullshit. Like, bitch,
No.
shut up. And now she's doing fucking rom-coms again. Amanda Bynes hasn't recovered in a while, though. She's been a little nuts for
Can't
a
use
long
that
time.
word. Can't use the word nuts.
Sending you love,
I can't,
girl.
why not?
Learn that in psychology class.
You can't say nuts?
Can't call someone nuts.
What? Okay, well, say why. Don't just fucking tell me I can't use it.
You can't.
Give me the explanation, dude.
I don't know. I guess it's offensive to like
It's like saying retarded.
and crazy people. Like you can't say crazy people, or he's.
Can I
nuts.
say she's being crazy?
You can say she's being crazy.
Why said she's being nuts?
I don't know. Ask my teacher.
The fuck, it's the same thing. I think
Nuts sounds less offensive
fucking crazy.
to
I
me.
called a man crazy once, and he was like, "I'm not being fucking crazy," and I was like, "Okay, let's calm down, sir."
You're like, I don't want to die right now.
No, well, I knew I wasn't going to die, but I was like, damn, people don't like to be called that. I think...
You can tell if a person's crazy by the way they react to being called crazy.
But I think that's just... Okay, see, this is what I mean.
When it goes to like woke.
Yeah. Like, I can't say nuts.
No, you can't.
You're being nuts. You're being nuts right now.
You're nuts right now.
It's a white people word.
You're nutty.
Wait, did a white person decide you can't say nuts?
She was white.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe that's why.
Like, white people
She just feels offended. Maybe someone called her nuts.
Oh, true.
And she's like, you can't say that.
Okay, but...
No, because I'm thinking about this video that I saw of this guy who wore like a Karen's Gone Wild t-shirt to the park with his son. And he said that a white guy approached him and was like, you can't wear that. That's offensive. I should rip that shirt off you.
What?
And he was going crazy at the park for him wearing that shirt.
You know what's funny? That
And I was like, what?
people called Karen, like, do you think they have, like people called Edgar? You know what I mean? Like, is that just, like, an unfortunate name to have now?
Genuinely. I know this one Hispanic girl whose name's Karen.
And is she a Karen?
No, she's not a Karen. No, she's not a Karen. But I feel like she might hate having her name now.
Have you been a Karen? Be honest.
What do you mean by that? Like, gone crazy at someone?
Or just been, like, fucking annoying at someone, like, at a
In public?
restaurant or in
Never.
public, something like that.
Never. I feel like probably
I
the
have.
most annoying thing I've done was probably made the Starbucks barista remake my order twice.
Why, though?
No, because they got me fucked up. That's why. Because I'm paying like $10 for a drink now. You're gonna get it right, bitch.
Dude, and plus, why the fuck do they get mad? Like, if it's their product or, like, if they fucking are paying the company or something? That shit pisses me off.
Look, this instance, like, I understand, like, there's probably a really long line, but I just feel like I hate when they don't listen to, like, what I'm saying, like, the changes that I'm making, and they get it wrong. And it's like, the reason why this specific time, the one and only time, actually, because I've never been one to make people remake my orders. Normally, I'm like, okay, it's fine, like, I'll let it slide. It's so good. I can drink it. But not with these prices anymore. And also, this one specific place, literally this one place that I go to all the time, the one by my house, sadly, they never get it right. And I always let it slide. And I was like, not today, bitch. I was just like,
dude, and
not
that shit
today.
fucks up your whole day.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I literally, first, I asked them light ice. They packed that shit with ice. So I was like, I'm sorry. I said light ice. Like, the day before when I had gone, I let it slide. They didn't give me light ice. So I was like, it's fine. Like, it's made. Yeah. But since I had gone the next day and they didn't, I was like, no, bitch. I let it slide yesterday, but not today.
And then, why'd they make it
again?
And
then they remade it, but they made me a white mocha drink instead of my brown sugar drink. So I was like, this isn't brown sugar. I was like, you can add the sugar flakes if that's all you need, but it doesn't taste like this.
And did they get butthurt?
I could tell they got annoyed, yeah.
Dude, but it's because, like, how are you getting annoyed if you're fucking up my drink?
Exactly. That's why I was like, I'm not going to care. Like, I might seem like a Karen to you, but I'm going to tell you straight up.
Yeah,
like, fix my
I feel
shit.
That too. The other day I was sending money to Mexico, and I guess they couldn't, like, get it, so I went back. Fuck this place, by the way. It's where, I don't know who the fuck runs the place where in Cárdenas where they send money, but I tried to send money, and they were like, oh, I was like, I wanted to cancel it, and they're like, oh, you need your receipt. And I was like, well, can't you just print out a copy of my receipt? Like, don't you have a receipt? They're like, yeah, but it's more convenient if you have yours. And I was like, okay, but I don't.
So print out another
And then
one.
he was like, well, look for it. Like that, dude. And I was like, the fuck? I was like, just print another one. Like, where's your copy? And then he was like, well, we can't do it unless you have a receipt. And I was like, okay. Like, so then I literally left him talking and I walked away to my car to look for a receipt. And I didn't have my receipt, but I had it, like, Alex had also sent money for me. I had his receipt, and then he got his money back. And I didn't get the same guy, but I could see him eavesdropping on the other dude. And the other dude too, he was just a little, like, he was on a little high or something, because he was like, well, do you have your receipt? And I was like, bitch, I know you just saw me arguing with this guy. Like, fuck you. And I was like, so let me get this straight. I can't get my fucking money because you don't have a copy of my receipt. And dude, I hate being that bitch that, like, I start cursing and everybody's looking. But I'm like, dude, it was a lot of money. Like, it's just going to sit there if I don't have my fucking receipt. And then I went again another day, and the girl just printed out the receipt for me. And I got my money back. So I was like, bitch, this dude is just like... Like, how can I not be a Karen there?
They're acting like you were sending them the money. They didn't want to give it back to you.
That's what I'm saying. They're acting like it's their fucking money, and like, bro, you just work there. Just do I don't know, hack the system or something. This is bullshit. Yeah. If I worked for when I worked at PetSmart, bro, I'd always let people steal. I'm sorry, PetSmart. It's been years, but like they'd be like, "Oh, I want to return this," and I'd literally just saw them take it off the shelf, and I'd be like, "Okay," and I'd give it to them. I always got in trouble by the manager because I'd be like, They stole it? I didn't know. But fuck that and fuck corporate America. I just saw this guy. His name's Alex Roca. He has cerebral palsy. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
And he just ran a marathon.
Oh, how
And
sweet.
he's the only athlete in the world that has cerebral palsy. And he's the first athlete in the world with a 76% physical disability to complete a marathon. That's crazy. I watched the video and I started bawling into tears. Because, like, right when he crosses the finish line, like, he just like, drops to the floor and starts crying. And I was like, oh, my God. Which it motivated me because I'm trying to run a marathon this year.
Love that. And
for sure, you know, like, you watch it and you're like, fuck, that's hella inspirational. But it's hard. Honestly, I was one of those bitches that, like, I can run a marathon without training.
Yeah.
And I started training and I cannot. Like, it's fucking hard to run. Yeah. I don't know how people just...
It was like 26 miles?
It's 26.3, I think, miles. That's a long-ass time. Okay. Guess how many football fields a mile is?
2.
Look it up right now. That shit's mind-blowing. Like, there's no way.
I don't think a mile is more than 2. Is more than 2?
It's 17.6 football fields.
1 mile.
That is insane. So you got to run back and forth 17 times.
To run 1 mile.
So they lied to us.
Yeah, because like in
high school, they would only
like
make me run in high school, they would only make me run the football field twice around it, and they said that was a mile.
Twice?
Nah, it's 4.
It's 4.
Oh.
Yeah, but they probably you had a lazy PE teacher or something. But
Thank
yeah,
God.
you run it 4.
Thank the Lord, because bitch, I was...
Yeah, because for us, they would make us run around the field and then around the entire... Like, all the fields, like the baseball field, and then all back around, and then another one of the field one. I would hide, though. I would never run that shit. And my friend was in track, so I would let her run it, and then I would hide. And then when she was on her last lap, I would come out with her. And then the PE teacher would be like, you didn't run. And I'd be like, yes, dude, I was running with my friend. And then she'd be like, yeah, she was running with me. And then I never had to run the mile. I would also hide in the team's... Like, you know how the athletes had bigger locker rooms? I would hide in there.
You'd be like the one to like be walking eating hot Cheetos.
Yeah, actually, my cousin lived with us at the time, and he would buy me Jack in the Box, and he would pass it to me during PE. So I would always come back, and I would buy it for everybody because it was $1 taco. So I'd buy like 30 tacos, and I would just be like, "Hey, who wants tacos?" Like, fuck it.
And they're like, "Steph, we're running the mile right now."
They would look at me like, "Where the fuck did you get that from?" But my cousin always brought me some. Shout out to David.
In middle school, we had the the PE teachers would like mark our hands with the marker. And every time we do like the mile, it'll be a different marker. So like kids will just bring different colored markers.
Oh yeah, same. Genius. That did that to us too.
Well, they're bitches for that. I hate it. Honestly, I hate all this. I don't know if they still do it, but the stupid ass PE test. Like I never.
Test, is that what they call it?
I don't know what it's called, but like, how am I gonna fail if I can't touch my toes, bitch? Like, I'm out of shape. How are you gonna fail me right now?
Yeah.
Or like when it was always like that, and you'd have to like reach out. I could never do it. I was never like flexible like that.
Yeah.
I can never do the hand thingy either. Mm-hmm. The fuck does that matter? Like, how is that on the curriculum?
Literally,
bitches. Or like, if we couldn't run the mile in like 12 minutes?
Yeah.
I see a failing grade after.
That's what I'm saying. That's stupid. I think PE is a stupid fucking class.
Not
do you
even,
still think
it can't be a stupid. Nah,
what do they make you do?
Same shit.
Yeah.
How is like going outside and getting exercise a stupid class?
Because
I feel like
degrading.
I feel like being tested is what's fucked up because not everyone has the same lifestyle. Like not everybody's parents made kids like from the beginning, like, you know, be active, run around. Some kids just don't have it in them, the conditioning or like the capability, like other kids who probably have been super active since like they were young, you know, to pass, and other kids can. I feel like that's fucked up.
Like, bro, I've never ran a mile and you're going to make me do it in front of the entire class. And if I finish last, everyone's just going to stand and wait for me and watch me. That's crazy.
What should like force you to like work on yourself, you know? Be like,
as a child, you don't care about that.
Well, you're doing it on just for yourself.
What do you mean?
Like,
You're
why
trying
is
to
it
tell
not
me
good?
in high school you were like, I'm running this mile for me.
Yeah.
No.
Shut the
You're
fuck
Yeah,
lying.
dead ass.
You're
Well,
fucking
you're
lying.
an athlete though.
Yeah,
You
I
have that
always wanna,
mentality.
I always want to get a better score than last time.
Did you do that for all your classes? Were you a straight A student?
Fuck no.
So then that makes no sense.
Why?
Because that's not, like, you're not applying it everywhere.
I think you apply PE more than any other thing because it's life.
But you were an athlete, no? You
Yeah.
were. You played
You're a soccer player?
So it's like I feel like it was in him to like.
Yeah, that doesn't count. Did you have the
Doesn't.
soccer P, like, class?
I had it in my last year.
Yeah, that doesn't count. I hated all the athletes that were like, oh, I'm going to PE, and they didn't do shit because they had practice later. Fuck you guys.
We leave like during sixth period for our away games.
Dude, I know. People thought they were the shit going and like, oh, sorry, teacher, I gotta leave. Like, my bus is like, shut the fuck up. Nobody cares.
We're gonna go lose CIF, all right?
Dude,
Yeah.
I literally fucking hated PE so much in high school that I only took one, and the other year I did the writing one during summer. Because I was
Oh
like,
my
bitch, I was like, I'm not
God.
fucking doing PE again.
I mean, I took it like the 2 years, the regular one, but I think I knew seniors that were taking it again, and I'd be like, bitch,
I almost drowned in my PE class.
what? You had to go in the pool?
Yeah.
I wouldn't have done that shit. I would have been like, Mom, switch me school. Do you have to go in the pool too?
You got paid?
You have to?
Yeah, freshman
Yeah,
year.
it's mandatory.
What do they make you do?
Swim.
What if you don't know how to swim?
You go in the little.
There's a little there's
Like
a
a kiddie
short
pool?
area and like a deep area.
Yeah. I almost
Dude,
drowned. I
fuck
cramped up.
that.
You didn't know how to swim?
No, I did, but like I cramped like when I was in the middle of the pool, and I was like,
Did they save you?
nah. But they did teach us like what to do if you ever cramp up or get stuck in like in a riptide, how to swim. So I was cramping and I was swimming sideways like they taught me.
They said, figure it out, buddy. Damn, that's crazy.
But it sucks because I had like first period PE, so it was cold as
Me too.
fuck.
I did have first period PE. We had to swim and shit. I remember like they make you change too into like swimming clothes and shit.
Yeah.
Oh
And then,
my-
like, your underwears are all wet. You have to.
Smell like chlorine for the rest of
Can
the
you
day.
wear like shorts or no?
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
okay.
swimming shorts, so like you know.
Yeah.
That's fucking bullshit, dude. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's traumatizing.
Yes. You know what was traumatizing? We also did you guys have to do dance?
No.
In PE you didn't do dance? Yeah.
Fuck no.
We had like a mandatory dance like section. Like we had like a swim section for like a good couple weeks, and then we had like a dance section for a couple weeks. That I hated the dance.
I did that in 8th grade, but it wasn't like. Again, it was just a bunch of bullshit. We didn't really do anything. But like even like swimming, like some people aren't comfortable
Yeah, that was
undressing
wild.
like that.
Yeah,
Like that
was wild.
sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially a little bitch like me that was like hella insecure. That would have like done it
There
for
was always
me.
like those 5 kids in the bench that were like just
Yeah.
not doing it.
Same.
That would be me. Honestly, I never took PE seriously because I was like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, what do I care? What do you guys care if
There
I'm
was
getting
times where I
exercise?
couldn't do it and I just want to go sit down.
Did you have to go in the pool too? Did you do that?
No, we didn't have a pool. We're poor. I'm just playing. We didn't have a pool though.
Yeah, we didn't have a pool either. I think Fohi had us a pool, right? Wait, what high school did you go to?
I didn't have.
Oh, I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm sorry, baby girl. Oh, that's in
It's
Rialto?
Rialto.
Yeah.
Like,
Is that where you went? No.
no, I went to Carter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we didn't have a fucking pool. But would you have gone in the pool?
Maybe.
Dude, no.
Maybe.
Does your hair get wet? Fuck that shit, dude. I wouldn't, honest to God, I would not do it. I would just change schools. Because this no, dude. And at the time, I would do my hair all the time. Oh, hell no. I used to wake up at 5 a.m. to do my hair and makeup.
You're insane.
Wild.
And they'd be like, oh no, you have to go all the way down.
Yeah.
It's funny the different kinds of people that are in this world because I was literally the kind of person that would wake up like 15 minutes before I had to leave and just roll out of bed, brush my teeth, put my hair up, and just call it a day, bitch.
Damn.
That's like you're on like college mindset. That's like a bunch of college kids. I noticed like in high school everyone gets all nice and dressed up, but then when it comes to college, like everyone's just like straight out of bed.
Not me.
I think in high school it was just because it was when I was like barely starting to like learn about makeup and hair. And my mom didn't let me do my makeup. She just let me do my hair. So I would take advantage of it and I would be like, fuck it. Like I'm going to have the most beautiful hair, but not really. It was just done all the time. That's how I fried it. Cause literally every morning I would wake up at 5 because it would take me 2 hours. At the time I had a lot more hair than I do now.
Mm-hmm.
So it would take me 2 fucking hours to do my hair. And I'd wake up at 5 but also I had a little boyfriend and I wanted him to think I was cute. You know what I mean?
It's always the boyfriends.
I didn't have that pretty privilege to just be like, fuck it, I'm gonna wake up like this.
Oh no, I didn't. I was a late bloomer. I glowed up after high school. So.
You think so?
Yeah.
What do you look like in high school? Show me a picture. Dude, I was going through my Facebook statuses yesterday. I was so out of pocket, bro. Like, so out of pocket.
No, well, I wish I was out of pocket. I was cringy as a motherfucker. I was like, Facebook, well, why the fuck I do not need to know what the fuck I was posting on Facebook.
Read us some
2012.
of your old posts.
I'm ready to cringe, bitch, because I was literally
do it. It'll be
so
funny.
fucking bad. My phone cover smells like weed. I hate it. Sad face.
That's not cringy.
Ya se armó, haha. Remember CPAD? What the fuck is CPAD?
What is that?
I hate when girls act dumb on purpose because they think it's cute or something. Shake my head.
What year is this?
2012.
Dude, no. Look at this one. Me. I'm ugly. Society. Have confidence. Love yourself. You're beautiful. Me. I'm hot. Society. You self-absorbed bitch. Like, what the fuck?
What?
Why'd I think I was deep?
Dude, being a person is getting complicated. Time to be a unicorn. Oh, God. Bitch, if you want to have a battle right now, like cringy shit. Like,
dude, yeah, I think yours is a little bit more. I'm going for a run. A temple run. Because that was when Temple Run was the shit.
No, and I'm pretty sure like all these tweets, like I saw them like on Twitter and I just like copied and pasted them.
I used to do that all the time.
Yeah, that was a thing.
On your Facebook status?
Because I thought I was like I didn't think anybody was like on Twitter like me. And everyone was on Facebook, so I just get all my stuff from Twitter and put it on Facebook.
Yeah, I'm so original.
Yeah.
Look, this is why I have no friends. Because people can't just fucking chill. Either they have to smoke or have to drink. Can't have a nice afternoon without one of those two things, and it's so damn annoying. I was so fucking annoying. Like, I was like, oh, you smoke weed? Oh, wow. Like, fucking weirdo.
You need alcohol to have fun?
Could never be me, and then I became, like, a raging alcoholic. I was a mad Hunger Games fan, though, look. I was a true Hunger Games fan. I would always go like this.
No, I can't believe I would tweet shit like that.
Dude, but honestly, please, nobody fucking look. But I will get canceled for sure if Yeah, but it's private. It's private. I did say that. I was like, if I ever become to a certain fame, I'm gonna delete everything and just start anew.
From your Facebook's private?
Yeah.
How do I do that? You can do that.
Do you have your password on it?
What do you mean?
Yeah, is it the same Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh, then just on settings, I'm sure. But honestly, the fact that people even take the time, like, come on, like when I see someone, like a famous person, do something and people are like, remember this one day where they did this and this? I'm like, how do you remember that? How do you remember that exact moment that this person that you don't fucking know did this one thing and now you're like bringing it up? Like that's why the whole Hailey Bieber thing trips me the fuck out, because the fact that people found concert videos where she's just in the background and they're like, look, bitch. I'm like, bro, how did you even get to that point? Where did you even look up? Or how does the internet work? Like, how do people set it up?
There's like two different questions there that's like can go two different ways. So which one? The first one.
Like, how is it organized for me? Who organizes it? Like, is that now a computer? And how did they do it at the time when it wasn't a computer? That's why encyclopedias trip me the fuck out, because you guys know what encyclopedias are?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, who researched all of those little tiny random shit?
I feel like there's a lot of people in the world that everyone can just research little tiny shit
and put it together.
And then put it together. I don't think there's like one person doing it all, you know?
I know there's not one person doing it all, but how do you even get that job? How do you even go? You know what I mean? That shit trips me out.
Maybe it's like, let's say Vanessa is studying the psychology of turtles, right? And then you're studying the psychology of
But even
dolphins.
like Wikipedia, how it's just run, like anyone can post on Wikipedia. Like you can find anything and everything on Wikipedia, even shit you've never fucking heard about or thought about. How does one even go about that? You know what I mean?
Getting on Wikipedia?
Or just like, I don't know how to explain it.
I'm so confused right now.
I'm sorry, I'm confusing you guys. Forget it. Just erase everything I just said. My mind's just going too many places right now.
I kind of get it, but I feel like that question is just so deep.
So broad.
Yeah.
So deep.
I think it's a very broad question.
I just think the internet is confusing because, like, what is it and how is it that there's also a black internet? You
it's
know what
all
I mean?
zeros and ones.
I've heard that.
Isn't
That's
that
insane.
crazy?
That's all numbers. Like
It's
coding.
the internet's just all zeros and ones.
Damn.
Honestly, it's not some alien technology shit. There's
Well, that was like a thing
Mhm.
that supposedly like aliens signed like came to what president was it? Roosevelt, I think.
Yeah.
I think it was. And they literally were like, we'll exchange to you like all this technology in exchange of you like let us test some humans, like basically abduct humans for like our own personal like research, whatever, abduct humans and shit like that. And he signed that shit, bro. And he got technology. I'm not saying internet specifically, but just advanced technology that they offered. They're like, we can give this to you if you let us use some of your humans. And they did. But they only like agreed on certain areas. That's why you don't see like aliens abductions everywhere, but you do see them a lot in like rural areas. Like, you know, like in movie they depict like
in the
farms, like dry lands and shit, like people like that are like super secluded as fuck.
Yeah.
You know, it would make sense. You know, they don't want it to get like.
Do you think do you think the aliens went to like the Russians too?
Yeah.
Maybe.
You know what's crazy? That the U.S. government literally just did like a soft launch on an alien mothership that's just hovering above us.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah. What the fuck is that? They're like, they're just like, yeah, we got a mothership floating, but okay, next topic.
Do you really?
Next topic.
Yeah.
Do you really? Do you guys genuinely believe in aliens?
I
like,
do.
do you think genuinely they've been
Yes.
here on Earth and like?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
So
Why?
there's two different things. So I have two different thoughts. One thought is think of like a random anthill. Like, why would you look at that random anthill, right? Why would you study a random anthill?
Mm-hmm.
That's one thought, how aliens can see us because there's so many galaxies, there's so many planets. Why would they choose us, right? So that's one thought. But the other thought also, I think the aliens are really just us from the future. And they're just coming and back and observing. Because if you really want to time travel, you have to be faster than light. So I think in the future, maybe we've got into that technology where we're faster than light. So we can time travel in a way.
Like some interstellar shit.
Yeah.
But I think there has to be aliens,
And
bro.
the Bible says that fallen angels, well, people basically say that fallen angels are aliens. That people think that aliens are like aliens, but they're actually fallen angels. So that's another theory,
Yeah, that's
you
another
know.
theory.
See,
Do you not believe in aliens?
it's not that I don't believe in them. I just don't see what the fuck they would do here. Like, why would you come here?
No, go ahead.
What's your guys? You should just show you guys. I don't even have a camera on me.
Like, why would we be so special as to have them visit us and test on us?
I feel like because we ourselves don't know how special we are yet. I feel like we're super capable beings, but because of our conditioning and the way our society is and the government controls us, I feel like we've lost touch with how special we are and our capabilities and like what we can really do. I feel like we're really powerful. And I feel like that ties in a lot with like, you know, religion, not like religion, but just like more with God and like how we are God and God is with all of us and God is within us. And you know how, I don't know, I just feel like that's why how could we fathom someone wanting to like an alien like watch us, you know, because we feel like we're not special, but I think we
feel
are.
like it's more, I genuinely think like we're just not special. Like I don't think we are.
Yeah.
But I think it's because I observe like the rest of the animal kingdom. They're special to me. Like animals are special to me, and like because they're like, we're capable, but we're limited because like we're always going to be limited by our ego, and animals just exist. They just do their thing. They don't really give a fuck about anything. They're just in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's, if I were an alien and I came to planet Earth, that's how I would assume people were living their lives. I think greed is just...
Yeah, but I think we got tainted. But like
Exactly.
I think we
Exactly.
are special, but we've just been tainted.
Because of like just generational shit, you know, like for example, like let's just for like sake of the fucking argument that Adam and Eve was true, right? You know, that we were special, created by God, and we know along the way we bit the fucking apple and we became like filled with sin. Now we're all of a sudden able to sin because, you know, whatever the fuck the story goes. I don't know how it goes, but that's kind of how I see it, how there was a plan for how we were meant to be, like kind of like angelic beings, good beings, but we've gotten tainted along the way because of shit, that we've gone through generationally, our ancestors, bad shit is passed on. And
but
over
that doesn't really
time,
make sense, because if there was a plan for us to be like, isn't God all knowing? Isn't he omnipotent? Like, isn't he aware of everything? So then how did we stray from his plan that he created?
Well, the free having the free will, we got like free will, so that's kind of like.
But he made it, like he made us, so he decided we had free will.
But then again, look, I forgot the argument. I watched this video one time. This guy gave a really good argument for that, but all in all, though, like even if I still think that there's a lot of good. Obviously, yes, we have like a fair share of like bad shit that like we talk about and rant on here all the time. But I feel like to our core though, like we are good. Like even honestly, like sometimes I even think about like people, for example, like I saw this video of these two brothers who killed their parents. I forgot their names.
The Menendez brothers?
Yes, and they're in jail, right? Mm-hmm. And a lot of people see them as like monsters, like they killed their parents a lot, but they literally were like sexually abused by their parents, like, and by their dad, and like just a bunch of shit, that they went through that got them to the point of killing. Obviously, like, I don't know what it's like to be in a position where I feel so attacked where I get to a point like I need to kill whoever's hurting me. But it's like, and I'm not saying that fits everything, but I feel like it sounds so cliche, but hurt people. You know what I mean? It's like, and if you've gone through so much, I feel like you get to a point where you kind of like break and you do bad shit. But I feel like to the core of that person that's doing the hurting, there's still a good person in there, And I feel like that's what I think about, like, I feel like there's so much that we don't know about like our species, and yes, like we can definitely sit here and like debate all day, but I truly do think that we are special, and I feel like we're more capable than we think, and I feel like I don't know if we'll ever know how truly gifted we are until like we die, I feel like when we die we're gonna be like in another realm, and we're gonna finally like know all the secrets, like who's really in control of everything. Is there a God?
I don't even believe that. Like I don't even think that we're ever gonna know like the secrets or whatever. But I just think that our need to be special is what kind of fucks up everything. Because I think that everyone wants to feel important and everyone wants to be like feel special.
Yeah.
That it causes this whole crazy idea that we're special beings, and like that's why I think I disagree with it, because like, not that aliens wouldn't want to come and observe us, I guess, in a educational way, but I feel like that's about it. Like,
no, that's what I meant too.
Yeah, but I don't think that they look at us and they think we're the most incredible beings on the planet.
No, yeah, no, I didn't see it like that either, and I don't mean need to be special. I meant more of like know that you're special, regardless of your like flaws. I feel like there's a difference between needing to be special and going out of your way to try to prove that you're special and do dumb shit, as opposed to like just know that inherently like you're valuable and you are special, and it's a knowing that you already have in you, and you just act accordingly. Like, not in an obnoxious way of like, oh my God.
No, yeah, I know.
I'm fucking,
I just disagree,
you know what I mean?
I guess.
Yeah.
I have like 2 points. One for the aliens, why they will come here. I heard one theory that we have a resource that they need for like their ships or whatever. I don't know if it's like,
I've heard that aliens feed off of our energy.
And then something like that. And then that goes to my second point, how our energy of just like the manifestation and like the power of like attraction and that type of what I feel that's what kind of would make us special, is that we do have power to kind of change the world around us just by like the thought. And I just saw that TikTok you mentioned in the other Besties video about like something's not there. When you're not looking at it, it's not there. That TikTok just came up to me yesterday. And that goes back with the manifestation thing of you're kind of making your world.
Yeah.
And then so I think in that way we are special, where we do have that power that was lost. And then will we ever reach its full potential? I don't think so, because we've just been so corrupt. By just everything.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's what I think about if we're special. I think that's what we have. And then what aliens want is just a resource from our planet.
Yeah, because I've heard that like aliens supposedly like feed off of like our negative energy specifically. because I don't know.
Oh, you know what? I saw something where usually when there's more like world conflict, that's when there are more sights of UFOs, and you can see it throughout history. Like World War One, there's been a lot of sightings of UFOs. World War Two, there's been a lot of sightings of UFOs. So another theory is that aliens are here to kind of make sure we don't destroy ourselves, like as a bigger protector.
I actually heard too that because everything is connected, like the universe, everything, that our actions here on Earth actually have an effect to the surrounding planets and galaxies. Like everything has like a ripple effect,
Like a butterfly effect.
Yeah, that's another reason why I heard that supposedly that they're like trying to keep us in check, because whatever goes on here, like that energy, like it fucks up like whatever's around out there. Yeah. Obviously, these are all theories, conspiracies, but it's crazy to think about like all these possibilities because we'll never know for sure. I think it's just one of those things where you just decide, what to believe. You have all these theories, you listen to them, and then whichever one sits right with you, like that's what you run with, and that's how everyone is. But I like listening to all this shit.
Yeah, me too. And I was just thinking because I always think like rebuttals and then I rebuttal myself.
Yeah, literally.
So I'm just like going back and forth in my head right now. Like there's one where it's just like, I was going to say like for you, like your rebuttal is going to be like, how are we not special? Like it takes us, like the chances of us living are so slim, like for everything to happen. It's like 1 in like a million.
Oh, like you even being born?
Yeah, like how many sperms are there? Like
no, just like the whole world. But the whole world happening.
But see, like even that comment in itself, it's just a human nature to be like, look at how special you are. Like out of millions of people, like you made it like.
But then here's my rebuttal to that.
What's you're special, Stephanie. I feel like you need to hear that.
But then I got
another.
No, it's not that because like
what's so wrong with being special?
No, I don't think there's
not like
an
egotistical way of like, oh my god.
I think that's the problem. That everyone naturally, when you assume you're special, it does trigger your ego. Like naturally, it's always gonna do that regardless. Like if you're being praised, your ego is getting milked.
But then also have another rebuttal to what I said. So because the galaxy...
He's all arguing with himself.
I know, I am arguing with myself. Because the galaxy is so big, the chances of like, if the 1 in a million didn't happen here, it probably happened somewhere else. And someone else is living that and thinking the exact same thing, like, oh, we're so special. But the galaxy is just so big.
That's my exact point. Because if the universe is infinite, which means there's infinite possibilities to everything, which means everything that could ever happen is going to happen. Maybe not here, maybe somewhere else, like you said. Yeah. That makes, if you think about it in that sense, you're really not that special.
But then,
because
who created the universe?
Saying like I feel like it's more of, even just like with religion, it's more of just you looking for meaning in the world, and I think that's why I think animals are more special, because they don't do that. They just exist. Like if humans just existed to exist, I feel like it would pretty much, I just solved world hunger, you know what I mean? Like no one would like strive for greed or anything like that, because you would just be existing in your planet that, I guess God gave you.
But then we can get into like horoscopes and zodiac signs, how almost every ancient civilization all had like the same zodiac sign and the same, like they all were connected in a way where they had no way to connect with each other. Like they had no Wi-Fi.
Right. They had no Wi-Fi, but the Earth is still existing in the exact same way it would have existed years ago. The difference now is just, like different ages and time. But everything, like the Earth was revolving around the sun a long time ago anyway. So that by logic, like whoever is here is going to figure that out. Right?
I'm special anyway, so I don't care. I'm special, right?
I see what you mean of how, like,
you know what I mean? I don't know if I feel like I am cynical, because I do, obviously by nature, like we want people around us to think we're special, but I think as a whole, we're really not that special. Like we never remember anything positive from history. All we remember is wars. All we remember is like empires that were and are no longer.
Because it's fear. Everything is fear-based.
That's what I'm saying.
And I feel like that's why I'm saying, like, that's what I mean. Like we're tainted in that way of, because of our ego getting in the way of everything all the time, we don't, like you said, we remember all the negative stuff. We cause a lot of bad, and it's like we're not really
good at our core if we never remember any of the good.
I think that's just like a choice. It's an individual choice. I feel like, you can't prove to people you're good, because like you said, then that point you're just like needing to feel special and needing to prove yourself. And I feel like if you just make the choice of like, I'm gonna live and do good because this is just my life, I only have control over my life, and I don't need praise for it. I don't need no one to tell me that I'm special. I just know that I am because God created me and I have a connection with God, and I love my life.
And that's what I mean. Like as an individual, it's fine, but as a whole, of people, because I'm trying to think of an example. Like let's just use England. Like England as an example, like colonized nearly the entire world. So by nature, it doesn't matter how many good people are in England. By nature, all the other colonies or like places that they colonized that they fucked over, those people just naturally will have some kind of animosity towards England because of what they historically did to them. So even if like, I feel like that's the whole problem with even just like the US, like everybody hating the US, because of course, as a whole, they all hate Americans because we didn't do it as individuals. But the people that are in charge of us, they fucked up so many countries that by nature, those countries already don't fucking like us.
But I think that's generalizing, because there are people who like, they like, oh yeah, that's not, because you can go to like, I see this YouTube channel where they go to like the world's most dangerous countries where people will say don't go, and they go and there's just filled with a bunch of kind people. So and I bet those people don't be like, oh, they're probably not saying like hateful things about our country. It's just, I think that's just like, again, like the being tainted by government. They want us to fear and dislike other countries to keep us separated.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
No, definitely. I agree. I agree with what you're saying about like just a fear and hate and just not being able to forgive. Exactly. Because if people let go of fear, of hate, and forgave and, decided, okay, obviously the way we've gotten here now is like fucked up, with our history, everything we've, done that has been super wrong and fucked up to this day. But like, let's decide like if today, like let's say the government decided like today moving forward, we're going to make the right choices like for our people. We're going to stop polluting the environment. We're going to solve at least the hunger crisis in America, the housing crisis in America. Like decide to actually move forward and be good as a government to us, like the people. We'd come together, and then maybe the whole world could come together if everyone followed suit, but they don't want that. They don't want us to be harmonized and come together, because I feel like if we do all come together and be like, and we're all kind and loving, like let's say like a whole like singing Kumbaya, like it's finally like heaven on earth,
Yeah.
We are going to realize our true potential. I feel like our power that we do have innately in us, because like, have you ever think about like the placebo effect? I think about the placebo effect all the time, especially in the medical field, how when they're testing a new drug, they'll have a group that they're actually going to give the drug to and a group that they don't. And almost every single like experiment that they do like that, in the people that didn't get the drug that they just made them think they did, the same percentage, sometimes even more, heals than the other one that actually got the drug. And it should just simply just the power of your mind, believing that you're getting healed, you're taking something. And I feel like that's just one little tiny example of how really powerful we are. But obviously, like if someone tells you, here, I'm giving you this water, it's not really like medicine, but it'll heal you, are you gonna believe it? No, because you're like, we have this baggage of like what we believe like is gonna happen, because we're tainted. We don't believe that we have power. We don't believe that we can heal ourselves and shit like that.
I think I do believe we have power. I just don't believe that the world has ever been or will ever be good.
Oh no, I agree with that. I feel like that's why Christians and religions believe that like God's gonna come and kill everybody, because like clean slate vibes, like when he flooded the earth, like Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
These are all stories. I don't know if it happens or not, if it did, but that's kind of like the theory. It's like God sees the way the world is and he's not happy with it. Obviously, he knows that not all humans are going to like turn their lives and be good. There's a lot of shitty people and people doing shitty things.
But how do you, I feel like that's what it is more than anything. Like who decides what's moral and what's good and what's bad? Because what's good to us.
I love that. No, and I love that. I actually saw this video recently talking about how a lot of people God says don't judge your neighbor, love your neighbor, because when you go to heaven, let's just use like this example, like, and you're before God and he plays out your whole life that you had, and he judges the choices that you made. It's gonna look completely different for everybody, because not everybody has the same moral compass. Everybody has their own what is that one word where it's like their morals and their values, right? Everybody's are different. It's because based on like how they grew, whatever,
Right.
la la la. So what might be good to me might be bad for you, you know? So it's like God is not gonna judge you for the same way. He's gonna judge whatever your conviction. That's the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Because there's times when you're about to do something and your conviction kicks in and you're like, I shouldn't do that, you know, because you feel it in you that's not right.
Yeah.
God is gonna judge you if you acted on that anyway, or if you listened to your conviction and didn't do it, you know, because you felt it in you. And that looks different for everybody. A lot of people don't feel bad when they're about to do something because they don't feel convicted. And but in other things they do, you know? So it's like that's when
But
I
see,
read
how
that,
is that? Oh my God. It's because I feel like I'm just, I just really do think I'm just too, like, I'm always going to find the negative to that. Because that to me is more of like, okay, but so we're not really, like, he's not all fair then. Because I can live my life a certain way, and just because I don't feel the conviction, that means, but I'm still gonna get convicted for where my morals standed, I guess. Like if I think it's okay to beat a bitch's ass every day, and no one, you know what I mean? Or it's like people who live in different.
There's still rules in the Bible.
Yeah.
But I just even the Bible in itself to me is just nothing.
For argument's sake, which is like that's what I'm just kind of going off.
Even just in religion in general, like, okay, I can say like, oh, I'm living by my moral compass, but you're gonna go to hell because you're not following mine. I just think it's too divisive.
Yeah, no, that's why I don't believe religion, and I feel like that was intentional by the government, like the Bible being changed, and like I don't think that everything that's in there is the way God intended it to be. But yeah, I agree. There definitely are some questionable things, but every time I would ask like my pastor back in the day when I was young, and I would ask him like these questions to try to get. I always wanted my pastor to kind of like
convince you.
Yeah, and to like. I would always ask tricky questions, you know, because I thought that, you know,
I would get him like
catch him slipping or something. But at the end of the day, what he would always tell me is that God is within you. And I remember he would always say like, look, God is within you. You know all the answers because they are already within you. If you want an answer, if you want truly for God to speak to you for any question that you have, you just have to be still enough, and you just have to be able to like discern and listen. A lot of people don't have that connection with God, and myself included. But just like the way he would say it is like, because people are living in their worldly ways, they don't actually have a genuine connection with God, so they don't hear God. They're not able to like discern like their intuition when God is speaking to them and when he's not. And he says like, if you want to know anything, you just have to get good with him. And I hate saying with him because like I don't even know if it's a him, or I don't even know what it is exactly, you know. It's just I do know though, just based on experience I've had in my life, that there is something out there, whatever it is. I don't know what it is yet. I say God just for the sake of like you know, kind of describing something big, but I've felt it, I've seen it move in my life, and I just feel like that's the only way that I'm like, okay, you know what? Sometimes when I don't know what to do and like I feel like I can't turn to people, I just try to like, I don't know, be still, and not just still where I'm just like sitting there like meditating, but I try to just trust myself. And I know though that that's not enough. I know that it's something that I have to continually do, like have discipline in, you know, to kind of strengthen my relationship with something higher if it's out there, you know. But I don't know, dude. Like it's crazy.
It's hard. I honestly just think I'm too cynical to.
What does cynical mean again?
Cynical means that like you.
Negative.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like pretty much the opposite of like a fucking optimist. Like an optimist is always going to see the positive, and as a cynical, you're always going to question the motives. You're always going to question why. You're never going to just agree. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I feel like that's how I am. Yeah. Even.
That's usually how scientists work. They always want to.
Oh, yeah. Believing that people are motivated purely by self-interest, distrustful of human sincerity or integrity.
Yeah, like
concerned only with one's own interests and typically disregarding accepted or appropriate standards in order to achieve them.
Sorry, guys.
I'm
sorry,
dead.
God. But I do think it's like you said right now. Like I don't think I've ever personally experienced a connection like that makes, and I feel like my only connection to a higher being is the rest of the world, like nature and you know, kind of just observing how it works and why it works the way that it does, and how it just works naturally without
any human intervention.
Yeah, like it's gonna be there even if we
is.
weren't here, and I think that's really special.
Yeah.
Like I think it's special that even if humans weren't here, like all these animals would still be here. They would still be living in their own like environment. And I like if a lion fucking kills a zebra, like the zebras aren't gonna be like, oh, that's a bad lion. You know what I mean? Like they're just like, fuck, that's a lion.
That's just the way it is.
Exactly. And I that to me is so special and so beautiful that I can't seem to find that in my own life, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess like with kids, but then kids grow up and you're
you
like,
should get into philosophy. It's funny that you bring up that example because when I was in philosophy class in college, I remember a professor said one time something along the lines of like, there's no such thing as good or bad. It's just what is. People think things are bad because they label them that way.
Exactly.
And people even think things are good because they label them that way. But remember that analogy that I shared about you don't know if it's going to be good or bad when like remember I shared when Joe was here? Remember I talked about the analogy of there was like a farmer and his son and the house, the horses and everything. And it's like he kept saying, well, I don't know yet if it's good or bad.
Yeah.
That was with Hugo.
Oh, it was Hugo. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you weren't here.
Yeah,
so basically I said how there was a farmer and his son. I don't know if you saw the video.
Yeah.
Basically the analogy of how you never know. Things could even look good, but like when the horses came back, he was like, oh, like, that's good, you know.
Yeah. That's the point that I was trying to make, that like I can't really say yes or no because my decisions are, I think I mentioned that yesterday too when the Kalitakta was here. Yeah, because they don't eat like cow, they don't eat cow meat. So I'm like, imagine, like that's what I mean. Like it's just it's too broad.
But that's the thing. I feel like that's also like a fault that us humans have. We want somebody to be right and we want someone to be wrong.
That's also true.
It's like there's no need for that. It's like when we were talking earlier about, you know, as being woke killing like the comedy scene or whatever. And it's like, no, I don't think being woke is, I think wanting there to be a right and a wrong and wanting to like attack people for it is what's the issue here, because we're all different. All our life paths look different. And it's like all you can do is live your life by what feels good to you, what's right to you, what's wrong to you personally. And you just have to let everybody else do their own thing as well. Like that's just really it. Like,
what do you guys think? Are people good? Are people inherently good or are people inherently bad?
That was a bar. That shit, I was like, damn. Everyone always wants to be right or wrong. That's literally what what life is about.
Yeah.
Well, what people made the life about. Either you're right or you're wrong.
Yeah.
And that's the argument too, where if you're not right, then you're labeled the bad person specifically, you know, whoever is arguing with you.
Yeah.
Damn. That was intense. Fucking aliens.
Fuck Trump.
Fucking aliens. This is their plan all along.
They're making us argue.
No, and you know what? I like that we don't like argue. I just
share ideas.
Yeah, because I do argue sometimes with people that get upset that I'm not like believing them, agreeing. And I'm like, dude, I just don't like, you just haven't convinced me, truthfully. Like that's pretty much it.
Yeah, and honestly, like, and I feel like that's another issue too when people try to convince.
Yeah,
like just talk about it. You know, see their perspective. I can understand 100% where you're coming from.
No, yeah,
and I entertain the way you think too, because I agree with a lot of things that you said as well. And it's like, there's no need to convince at the end of the day, like, because you're gonna go live your life and I'm gonna go live mine.
It's gonna come when it comes, like you said, like you've seen it, like you've experienced it, and you're never gonna convince me of something that I haven't felt.
Exactly.
So it's hard.
Yeah.
That's why I try not to argue with people that are actually like really deep in the church, because they do get offended, and I know that because I know people like.
I'm not deep in the church.
In the church. I just saw this video where this girl was like, "Oh, like I could live in a cult," and I was like, "Low-key, so could I."
Low-key, yeah. Did you see that video where she was like, "Yeah, just give me some lemon wings, give me a bottle of Henny, let me have people over at the crib sometimes. I'm in."
Dude, no, this bitch was just like, "You mean these people are gonna love and care for me forever?" I was like, "Damn, that's me."
Pay no rent. Like literally, no. I felt that. That video was funny as fuck.
Well, let us know, besties.
Would you live in a cult? Comment down below.
Let us know, because I do like to hear people's experiences and ideas. It's the only way you're gonna learn, and it's the only way you're gonna grow.
Did I tell you about that story about I think I told you. I hate when I don't
Who
know
cares?
if I
Repeat
told
it.
you
I
the
forget
story or not,
everything.
about the guy. Oh, this guy said he was like on a podcast and he was talking about how his wife's a pastor.
Mm-hmm.
Do they call women pastors too?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I didn't know if there was like a
I think they do.
female term for
Pastor.
I've never seen a female pastor.
I have.
I'm pretty sure they do call him.
Yeah,
pastor,
okay,
though.
pastor. And she was getting ready to go like preach for the day, and when she was getting ready, she was wearing a dress, and God was telling her put on some jeans, but she was like, no, like I'm already wearing a dress, like I'm on my way out already.
Mm-hmm.
And right before she was leaving out the door again, like she heard God speaking to her and telling her like put on some jeans. So she was like, all right, God, like I'll listen to you. You want me to put on
You're
some
the
jeans?
boss.
Yeah. So she went to go change and she put on some jeans and she went to go preach like her regular like sermon for the day.
Mm-hmm.
And that when she was preaching, God told her in the middle of the session of the sermon to do a cartwheel on stage, and she was like, "What the fuck?" But like, okay. So she was like, "This is probably the reason why he told me to wear jeans." So she did the cartwheel during like the sermon or whatever. And then when it came to, I guess at the end of the sermon, you can have people like give a testimony.
Mm-hmm.
The guy said that this guy got up and he was like shook, like in disbelief, and he was like, I just want to say like I'm so grateful to you and to God for being here today, because he's like, I'm an atheist. Like I literally have never believed in God. I've never believed in anything. And but my wife and my children, you know, they're starting to walk in this faith, and they've been really wanting me to join them, but I've never been able to because my whole life I've been atheist. I've never believed. I've always been quick to like, you know, call bullshit and like all these things. And he was like, I literally told like God and my family, like, no, I told my family I was going to come today, but to be honest, my intentions weren't really like to really listen and pay attention. It was just more to kind of like my family, for them to be like, okay, like, he came, whatever.
Yeah.
And he was like, and I just, before coming in here, all I said was, God, like, if there's really a God, make the pastor do a cartwheel. And he said, and I said that because he was like, bitch, me being an atheist, I was like, the pastor is not gonna fucking do a cartwheel during the sermon, you know? So he was like, that's my way of like trying to be funny with God, you know, because I didn't believe there was one.
Yeah.
And he was like, and now I'm standing here saying like, I'm a proud believer. Like, there's a God. Like, I don't know what that looks like. He said, obviously, because he has like a lot of atheist conditioning.
Right.
But he was like, I do believe. And that I was like mind blown. Like when I hear shit like that, and there's like so many stories that I've heard, and just like I said, I think it's easier for me to believe though, because like I said, I've had examples in my life personally.
Yeah.
But like I just hear shit like that, I'm like, damn.
It's
like,
not that I don't believe. Like I believe in God. I just don't, I guess, like him. Like I feel like in the moments that I've asked for him, he
like,
just
preach.
has not. Yeah, he just has not shown up for me.
Yeah.
And obviously people are like, no, like if you gotta keep praying. And I'm like, dude, I'm dying right now. Like I literally, I'm begging, and even in moments where I was already praying like my fucking hardest, like I just don't think he showed up for me. And obviously I'm sure he's gonna show up in a different way and blah blah blah. But I feel like I carry a lot of resentment towards God, that every time someone tells me something good, I'm always gonna bring out the bad. Like not to their specific like or even the conversation, just in my head. I'm gonna be like, but remember when he did that? I remember when he didn't do that? And I feel like that's where the cynicism like kind of sprouts from, that I just don't, either he's real and a dickhead or he's not real. That's my only like, I guess, belief in it. Not that I believe he's there. I just don't, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like
for me.
Not even just for me, but sorry if I offended anyone. I really don't mean to. I'm just speaking my mind. I do. And I I love religion, and I love sometimes even just how it changes, or how beautifully some people even speak about it. Like even just that story, but it's just not what it is for me right now.
Not for me.
Yeah.
Not my cup of tea.
No, yeah.
Maybe one day. Join us next week to find out. It's finally the day.
Join us every week to find out if I change my mind.
Join us on Steph's journey to see if...
To finding God.
Yes. And on that note, fuck Trump.
Fuck Trump. Okay, but for real, how much money would Trump have to give, before we go? Because I asked everybody I spoke to this question today. How much money would Trump have to give you for you to suck his dick? Be honest. And I know you would do it, Saul, because everybody has a price.
Think everybody has a price?
Yeah, I do.
No.
Be honest. Be
Suck
honest.
dick?
Like a real amount of money, like cash. It's right here in
Does it have
the.
to come?
Yeah, it has to come in your mouth.
And you have to swallow too.
No, you don't have to swallow, but he does have to come in your mouth.
Can I swallow that?
Sure, by all means.
I would do it, but my only condition would be like I have to see you walk out of the shower before I do it.
Okay, that's fine. But how much would you like? He's 70 something.
I'd be like, what's the limit, bitch? Like I'm be like what?
Like, where's the cap?
Like what's literally like what's like the most I can get out of you is what I'm gonna get.
But what's the minimum?
The minimum?
What's your minimum?
My brain wants to be like $1 million.
Dude, $1 million is not.
But I would be capping because I do feel like if he told me like 50 grand's a lot too, though. Like 100 grand's a lot. $200,000 is a lot. Like, think about it. Like if he gave me,
I'm thinking about the housing market.
If he gave me the housing market,
yeah.
But
like,
I'm not thinking about buying a house. I'm thinking about like investments and.
But you
like,
gotta buy the house first to invest.
No, you don't. No,
Well,
fuck, you don't. You don't have to buy a house first to invest.
Well, I know you don't have to buy a house first to invest, but if you want to start like on a positive note, is at least have a house.
He's like, if I want to feel good about sucking this old man's dick, I need to at least buy a house.
I said 25 mil. I feel like that's a good enough amount. I'm set for life, and like you said, I'm gonna start investing, so the money's gonna be working anyways.
No. I'm only saying like a low number because if I'm being honest, like let's say he was like, I'm not giving you more than $100,000.
No one would ever know, by the way. Like
exactly.
This is just on
That's
you.
what I'm saying. Like if he told me, I'm not like, bitch, you're a peasant. I'm not paying you more than $100,000 to do this.
You'd be like 100,000, baby girl. Here we go.
I would do it for 100,000.
Would you guys get imposter syndrome?
I'm not gonna cop. I'm not gonna.
If I became rich like that.
Yeah.
If I became rich sucking dick, or if I became just rich.
Became rich sucking dick. Like you're like, I don't deserve any of this.
Wait, what do you mean? Wait, what do you mean?
Like, would you get imposter syndrome being a multimillionaire if all you did was suck dick?
No. I feel like people have this mentality that they need to work fucking hard and break their back to get money, bitch. I don't believe that.
If I gotta suck one dick
and I'm good
and I'm set for life,
I'm gonna tell people I worked real hard. You know how hard it was to get on my knees and how hard it was to suck this
not throw the fuck
fucking
up.
little jiggly.
That's
old
what I'm
man
saying.
dick.
Like literally, only you would know.
Question. It's harder for a guy to answer that question.
It's because your ego's getting in the way right now.
Yeah, dude, it's your masculinity. Okay, don't think about the fact that you're doing something that's.
It's not masculine. It's just gay to suck dick.
No. It's not gay to suck dick because that's just like that's just an action,
bro.
There's the simple dick. I mean, it's just an action. That in and of itself is not gay.
You cannot convince me that sucking dick is not gay.
You liking a man and wanting dick
sexually
up your ass,
sexually attraction.
So
that's
dick up
gay.
your ass is gay, but sucking dick.
No,
dick in your mouth.
No. That's what I'm trying to say. Being gay is you feeling attracted towards a man, and literally, like I'm being funny by saying wanting to dick up your ass, but it's literally being attracted. Like you want to like settle down with a man. That's being gay. But if you put a dick in your mouth, that does not make you gay. That's not.
It's
gay.
only gay if you like it.
Exactly. No, literally.
No,
literally.
exactly.
That's exactly it.
Then I was like two dicks.
Just tell the people.
Is there anybody else in here? Hey, security guard. Security guard, you good too?
You good?
Oh, good. Anybody else?
He said if sucking dick is not gay.
Then I'm sucking.
I'm sucking everyone's dick.
I'm sucking all the homies' dicks.
I got you, dog. I know you've been lonely.
Dude, just give us a number so we can end the episode.
100 mil.
Okay, that's fair. That's a good amount, I think.
I was actually thinking 25 mil too.
Yeah, I feel like 25 mil is a minimum. Like, if I could mooch more, Avi, but like, minimum, like 25 mils, that's good. For a basic bitch like me, that's more than enough.
So, like, let's say he told you, I'm only going to give you 100,000. Would you do it?
No, I honest to God wouldn't do it for anything less than 10 mil.
Yeah.
Like, I would have to be really up there.
And this man lasts like 2 hours.
Dude, that's what low-key, that's what I was thinking right now. I was like, dude, he's old, so he's probably going to take a long-ass time.
I thought it'd be the opposite.
See, for us guys, I can probably make him nut pretty fast.
Yeah, but he's not going to want to nut real fast. He's going to want to get his dick sucked for as long as he can.
Well, as long as you can is till he nuts, because after he nuts, he's not going to want any more.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, even to, like, get it up, like, he's old.
No, I'm be like, you got a hair girl, man, bitch, because we doing this quickly.
Alright. You guys want to mention the Patreon?
Yes. Find out Saul's real answer that's much lower on the Patreon.
No, but really, guys, we are finally bringing the Patreon back. We're so fucking excited. I know we lagged it so fucking hard, But starting literally right now, we're about to film. We're about to hop into this. Stick around because there's a lot of interesting, silly, goofy things that are gonna be coming on the Patreon that you guys are not gonna want to miss out. It's gonna be so fucking dope. You know, I don't want to ruin it for y'all, but it's gonna be looking a little different in there. It's gonna be looking a little. Sus.
It's gonna be the VIP room.
VIP, you know.
Yes.
Literally, it's gonna be the library.
What's the Tijuana one?
Hong Kong. Look, it's gonna get a little. It's gonna get weird up in that bitch. So.
And let us know what you want to see on the Patreon too. If there's anything that maybe we haven't been sharing that you really want to know. We're an open book.
You know, if you're doubting, unsure of subscribing, let us know what it would take for us to get you to subscribe, and we'll deliver.
And let us know your price. I really do want to know.
Yeah,
let us know your price. Let us know your beliefs. Just educate the fuck out of us. Share random facts because we love
anything. Yeah. Actually, whoever posts like the most interesting comment, I'm gonna read it out in the next show.
Yes. There you go.
Oh, and shout out to my friend Mari that I met at the club on Saturday.
Oh yeah,
the real one,
the fan.
Yeah, he was so nice. I just want to shout you out because you were really nice.
Yeah, she texted us right after.
Yeah, I was like, cute. My god.
You know what's funny? This girl saw me at IHOP, but she just walked by me like that, and I saw her, but I was, you don't know if she's really. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if she's just staring at me or if she actually knows me. And later she messaged me. She's like, I saw you at IHOP, and I was like, thanks, baby girl. But thank you guys for tuning in again another week, sticking by us. We love you guys so much. Honestly, we are actually very thankful for you guys not lately all the time, but lately we've just been feeling extra loving. So thank you guys. See you guys next week. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Love you, besties.
Bye.